oceanographers have recorded dolphins having conversations in their old dolphin language.
Mm.
They've been trying for ages, and suddenly it just clicked.
Oh, fuck's sake. That is horrendous. That's possibly the worst one yet. What do you get if you cross the Atlantic with the Titanic?
Sunk.
Halfway.
Oh. Oh, no, I'm just gonna press the button now, Reg.
Do it.
Good evening, scumbags.
Like my scrotum, here it is in a nutshell. What Bloodhound Gang song is that?
So I'm not very good with lyrics.
The inevitable return of the Great White Dope.
So yeah, I'm not very good with song names either.
Yes.
I don't remember a lot.
No?
Like a fish.
3-second memory. It's only goldfish, I think. I also think they prove that not to be true anyway.
They are pretty fucking retarded though, aren't they?
Fish are cleverer than you think.
Yeah?
Look at dolphins.
Yeah, it's a dolphin. It's a mammal, mate.
I don't, right. Can we just clear this up,
dolphin's not
right?
a fish.
Can we clear this up? Why? I have this argument with her all the time. Like whales and dolphins, she claims to be mammals.
Yeah, they are.
Well,
I think that's scientifically.
I
don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist.
You know what? I'm not going to get into it today. I haven't got the fucking energy. I don't see why. Why do you live in the ocean if you can't breathe in the ocean? That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of. I thought
why are you asking me? I didn't put them there.
I thought a blowhole on a fucking dolphin and a whale just was like a thing that they just had just for shits and giggles. Like I thought it was like just a tourist thing,
like a blow off valve.
Yeah, just literally, I thought it was like a dump valve. Just didn't understand it. She was like, "Oh yeah, they can't breathe. That's like a breathe hole." I was like, "Why does it live in the fucking ocean then? That is so dumb."
I'm not a scientist, and I don't give a shit.
Fucking, I don't know. All right, let's get some admin done before we get going.
Right. Merch is going out the door.
Thank you very much.
Vests, wife beaters, tank tops, whatever you want to fucking call them. They're on their way.
We have some bad news.
Yeah. The Max Gildan make 'em in.
You fat bastards.
It's 2XL.
Sorry guys, that's literally all we can do.
I've hunted high, low. I've messaged Gildan themselves. They only do 2XL. I don't know why. When they do 4XL t-shirts. Why would you? I don't get it.
I mean, if you guys are keen with a Stanley knife or a scalpel, we could buy some. We can buy some t-shirts, and you've just got the fucking arms.
Don't. Yeah, you do you, boo.
Full hillbillies back.
Yeah, I don't know why.
No, well, that's the best we can do. But yeah, don't worry. The summer line, should we call it?
The summer line.
Summer line. The summer release is coming.
Yeah. New lanyards are in the works, like they're ordered.
Yeah.
And then stickers as well to match the summer line.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Oh, summer release, summer drop.
Big time now, aren't we?
We are. Guys, Patrons. How many Patrons we hit this
We're
week?
over 100.
Thank you guys so much. I got my new mic arm now. I can actually see.
I can see over the table. It's fucking amazing. But the guest is sat at the other side of the table, so it don't really matter.
I can see Marlon. It's beautiful. I'm having the most fun. So thank you.
And you, please don't hang off it.
No, what?
You useless cunt.
I can't. I don't really want to.
Don't.
Either.
Don't. It's fucking really expensive. Just stop. Just don't even touch it. Don't even fucking look at it.
Opens the area much more.
They are.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. If you want to get on there, I mean, you can join for as low as like £1.25, or if you want to be a true fucking piece of shit, you can just sign up to the £5, which really helps.
And you get 10% off if you sign up for the £5 one.
Yes, we do. And I tell you what, I had a message this week from Rob the Knobhead. It didn't go unnoticed, mate.
He is a knobhead,
so
though.
Fucking busy. He requested that maybe we do some sort of limited line of merch for the upper echelons of the Patreon.
Yes, that's a long word, isn't it?
Yeah,
Can you spell that for me?
If we can afford it, I think we'll do it, because that'd be quite good.
Yeah.
It'd be like, I don't know, some sort of certified piece of shit or certified scumbag. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see what we do. But yeah, no, don't worry, guys. We will do something more for you as time goes on. It's just financial restrictions. But yeah, no, we do appreciate everything you're doing, because slowly but surely the doghouse is...
It's improving.
Improving. Slowly. You're going to get your new mic this week as well.
Yep.
Your new mic, not your last new mic.
No, like the new mic, which will work well.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. Also, Discord's been absolutely lit. Thank you guys for your questions this week, which we're going to post to our guests later on in the episode. So appreciate that. He's there like, fuck.
So, Reg, who have we got on tonight?
Who have we got on tonight? We are joined this evening by someone you've probably known longer than I have, but known for a very long time. Where did you sort of know him from? Same place
We
as
went to
me?
school.
Oh, you went to school together? Well,
Yeah.
I think we went to school together, but mainly being absolute little shitbags in the car park back in the day. Yeah.
Certified scumbags.
We're joined tonight by Javen. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, very well, very well. Slightly ill, but I'm getting there.
Oh, we're not going to have to hear a fucking 2 hours of this.
Oh, I wanted to go-
I'm
if-
slightly ill. Oh, my neck hurts.
I've wanted to, if the listeners are thinking like, why is he sound really fucking nasally? That's why.
Right, don't mention it.
I haven't
again.
seen you all week and you're already fucking done in with me.
Oh, I'm
We're like an old
poorly.
married couple, me and you.
Yeah.
Why you don't ever look at me when we make love anymore? You're a cunt. Oh, man. Right, Jaden, we'll just bust into guest questions, mate, I reckon. I was going to say, what's your go-to drink, but do you want to tell people what you've turned up with?
I have turned up with. I don't know what size it is.
Looks like a 250 or 200.
25 CL, yeah, 250. Buxton with some Sambuca in it.
So it's like a little Buxton water bottle with
Just
like
a
the
little
pop cap with Sambuca.
He just turned up and said, you got any Sambuca? I was like, of all the fucking drinks I have in this place, do you know what? I don't think I have any Sambuca. No, that's what I've brought me home. Did you drink it by itself, or
Yeah. Normally on ice.
are you part Italian?
Don't think so.
Oh, that's like a proper
Hey.
Italian drink.
Is
Drinking
it?
Yeah, neat Sambuca. Yeah.
It's refreshing though, isn't it?
No.
Do you know what? I've never found aniseed refreshing.
See, I don't like aniseed.
Well, it is. That's what the flavour
Yeah,
is.
that's what everyone tells me.
It is. But you don't like licorice.
like
or that.
Oh,
licorice.
fuck that. No way.
But
No.
I've never got into a bag of licorice all sorts. Like, goodness, this is refreshing.
And it's all right to throw up as well, isn't it? Because it tastes the same when it comes back out.
Oh, see, I just can't. Sambuca and tequila
don't,
are
to be
not
fair,
for me.
no, the Sambuca is the only thing I can do shots of. Full stop. Tequila, not so much, but I do shots of that. It's because it's sweet, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like sweet
Yeah, it
shit.
tastes like ass.
I can't believe you're just kind of sipping that along with the dark fruits. I mean, mad props for the
It's
dark
not a
fruits.
bad mix, to be fair.
Are we working on a cocktail here? I don't know where this is going. So, what is your go-to drink? You're a cider man, you say?
I don't mind cider.
Yeah.
Not too much of it.
No.
No. It's bloating, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, so you're not like flat cider?
Yeah.
Bit of
Yeah,
Wilkie.
farmhouse cider.
Oh,
yeah.
Don't mind that.
Fucking Wilkies. Bloat is the last thing you got to worry about that stuff.
Gut rot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That strip your line out. That will, won't it? Anyone that doesn't know what Wilkies is, Roger Wilkins in Mudgley got a cider farm. It's so pungent that it's literally rotted the concrete out around the barrels. Have you seen that picture?
No.
They got these barrels in the shed, and they got these wooden taps on them. And where the wooden taps drip, it is literally cut lines in the concrete. There's pictures of it online. It's fucking horrendous.
See, I've only had it once, but that was enough.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's
yeah.
what
It's something you try
One and done
once,
sort of
isn't
thing. Yeah.
they only serve it in half pints for a fucking reason,
Yeah.
don't they? It's,
Yeah.
it's good stuff, but it is it's a night ender, that's for sure. What was your first car?
My first car
Here we go. This is gonna be a fucking good question, isn't it?
was a 2000 Corsa B Sport.
Corsa B.
1.4, 16 valve.
I'm trying to picture it. Yes, Corsa B. I know that the bubble style
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They used to call it the dog head, didn't they?
Dog head.
Did they?
Yeah, it was called the dog head. I don't know why.
I kind of get it. Kind of.
Yeah.
It was a bit bully, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Was it what sport just meant it was a 16 valver?
Yeah, it was fucking fast. Even in today's standards, it was fast.
God, so how long did you have it for? 3-4 days?
No. So I bought it when I was 16. I was still at school.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Spent ages putting speakers in.
Oh, yeah.
Lexus
Oh,
lights.
yeah, like we
I
used to
smoked
do.
Lexus lights. Nice
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
Oh, proper.
Yeah.
You didn't put tights over them then?
No.
No, fuck the tights. No.
Yeah.
And then took 5 attempts to do my test.
Seriously?
Five.
Yeah, 5 fucking times it took me to do my test.
What did you fail on?
Just real silly things.
Uh,
And it was always with scary blokes. So then on the 5th time, I had a lovely woman. Fucking aced it.
No, you- yeah.
like
yeah,
the fucking
straight through.
smooth operator that you are.
Yeah.
Just sat there chat and
Just
waffle the
eye
whole time.
contact the whole time. Like that.
Put her arm around
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, probably know.
That is
Had
the
my
handbrake.
license.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Corsa B.
Hmm.
I'm
And
we're
then-
talking like, yeah, sorry, go on.
It ended with me jumping a bridge when I lived in Cornwall. So I moved to Cornwall, didn't I? Went to do my apprenticeship.
Remember you telling me about.
Yeah, and I jumped over this little bridge. Everyone was watching, so I thought, fucking watch this.
I must send it.
Yeah, and it just ripped everything from underneath. Wheels, the lot. It all just fucking collapsed.
Oh,
So like,
Yeah.
struts through.
Literally, struts through the bonnet. The bonnet actually unhinged. But the back of it, like where the windscreen is, it come up from that way.
Oh shit!
so
Yeah.
you fully sent that.
And my dad was a fireman, so he showed me the whole videos of don't drive like a twat. Make sure you have your seat far enough back so you don't crush your legs if you crash and all the rest of it. And then I had to ring him up and say, Dad, I've fucked up.
I've done what the video said to not to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was the end of that. Lasted about, 4 months. Just after my mum lent me 900 quid to get the head gasket done at Halfords, of all the places I could have taken it.
Oh no!
Yeah, Halfords did it. Yeah, £900.
They did that back then, so I know, like, has Halfords Auto Centre's been a thing for that long? Or do they just have a crack at it down in Wales?
No, well, yeah, no, that's been a thing for a long time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Halford centres.
900 quid. Bastards.
But the ironic thing is I used to nick loads of stuff from Halfords, so I kind of felt like it was all right. I was just giving the stuff back, but it's just in money format.
Goes around comes.
Yeah,
Allegedly,
exactly
allegedly,
that.
of
Allegedly,
course.
yeah, no, it didn't
The world
actually
has a
used to do
strange
that.
way about equaling itself.
Yeah.
So the last question: most mental thing to happen on a night out.
I love that
You know
no
what?
one ever thinks of this.
No, that's a hard question, I think.
But
Do you know what,
we've done some stupid shit together.
Yeah.
If you, I was gonna say, if you can't fill it in, I can probably fill it in just from stories that I've heard.
That's the problem, mate. There's been so fucking many.
Mm,
But not all involving alcohol.
No.
It's worse when it wasn't involving alcohol.
Yeah.
Because I never used to burn out when I went on alcohol. If I have alcohol, I'm spewing up and I'm led in the back of my car trying to sleep, spinning out.
I tell you what, I'll help you out.
Yeah, go on.
Could you tell us a story about when I believe it was in Urban Tiger in Bristol?
You still remember that?
I'll never forget that fucking story about when you were wearing a white t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell that one.
So the first
this
and
one.
only
No, I don't think I
time, this is the first time I've been to a strip club. So we go out in Bristol, it's for someone's birthday. And, right, let's go to Urban Tiger. I'm like, what the fuck's that? Well, it's a strip club. Don't like the idea of it.
Word to the wise, don't go.
Yeah, don't fucking do it. Don't waste your money. So anyway, we go in, show our ID. We're only young. I was probably about 18, 19.
Something like that, yeah.
And then I was too pussy shit to have my own private dance. So I said to the people I was with, I was like, all right, we'll go in together. And we picked. But we weren't, they said pick, but they didn't let us pick. So then this rather large black woman
That's exactly how I remember it.
wanders over. Yeah, you're having her. All right. And then this quite pretty Russian. She was like petite, real nice looking.
Yeah.
And then she walked over to me and like held my hand and like pulled me into the room.
Oh.
I was like, sweet, this is all right. You can have the fatty, I'll have this one. So it's all going well. Before you know it, clothes off, and they're like clapping their vaginas in our faces. Obviously, mine's just like that, whereas the other one's more like. And then all of a sudden, they swap round. And this is when they start to actually like touch you with their bits. And my nose is getting grazed by this stubbly, bearded fucking minge. And she spins round, puts her hands on the floor, and then wipes her ass against my Judith Sind at the time. It was chavvy as fuck, but it was like a low cut V-neck.
Oh, that,
And she just
that'll
ass
give you an idea
wiped
of
me. And I was like, it was like a waft of shit.
Oh no.
And then she like pulled away, and I looked down, and I had a sweaty shit stain on my chest. So obviously I complained, which then ended up with me getting thrown out.
How dare you?
I was like, you've just wiped shit on me. She's like, no, I didn't.
I didn't do it to
But
myself.
she was real Bristolian. No, Native American or African or anything like that. It was just like, no, I didn't.
Shag.
Yeah, Kevin, chuck him out. All right, but don't want to be in there anyway. Yeah, so that was
Holy
that.
shit.
Did you? I can't remember where it went from there. Did you? I heard varying versions of this. Did you wash the t-shirt in the fountain, or did you throw the t-shirt away?
No, I did. So I went out, and that was when this fountains used to shoot up
Yes.
in the middle of the town in Bristol. So I was there wringing it out. Everyone's staring like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm on my hands and knees wringing my t-shirt out. And it ended up, that water, I reckon the pipes must have been rusty, because then the whole thing was fucking brown.
I can see him there on
Yeah.
the fucking washboard,
Yeah.
like a gipper.
Yeah.
Ding dang ding dong ding.
Yeah, so that
man.
was that.
Oh, I'm glad that I could help you out with that.
Yeah,
fucking
I
question.
literally, that has only just reminded me about
Fucking
that.
hell.
Oh, I expect you haven't thought about that in years, have you?
No. Oh, I tried to forget about it.
That was the first thing he said when they said, "Oh, James coming on." I was like, "Oh, that story, that
Shitty
fucking
t-shirt.
story."
That's a good one. I like that.
Oh man. So anyway, how's your week been? All right.
It's been all right.
You came in cussing that you've been busy.
Just dealing with cunts. But you've got to smile, haven't you?
Yeah. Shit eating grain. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
No, sir.
yeah.
3 bags full, sir.
Yeah, and pretend like you're listening.
Yeah. Just put your card in the machine. Shut
Just
the fuck up.
smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Yeah.
You've had a fucking week of it then.
Yeah, well, it was just standard, mate. Just standard week.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing any different. It's the same every week.
You're the problem. It's your
Yeah.
fault that
Yeah.
their car's broken.
Yeah, and they want it done yesterday.
Yeah.
And they make it your problem every time they come in.
Yeah.
I need it back to take my kid to school.
Yeah.
Should have bought a more reliable car, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
And not only that, it's what do you mean it's failed on this? Well, I mean, I know I was told about them and they were minor defects last year, but why is it failed on
How
this?
comes now?
Yeah.
Well, because last year when you brought it to me, you said only fix the stuff that needs fixing to get it to pass, and now the stuff that I told you about to fix last year, now needs doing this year. So
Yeah,
no, that's
exactly
my
that.
fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
And can you do it any cheaper?
yeah, and
If I pay cash?
No, yeah, cash don't work anymore.
No.
What
does
the
it?
fuck does that matter?
it's a shame, and cash is no longer king.
No, I love
Isn't-
cash. I love.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, amazing, isn't
absolutely.
it? But you can't do anything with it now.
And also with parts availability at the moment, you're like, well, that's on back order. Well, what am I meant to do? Well, it's not my fucking problem, love.
Yeah,
You bought
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
exactly.
Worst job of the week? I can ask you that now as well as
The
Marlon.
problem is, mate, I don't get my hands dirty anymore, really.
Don't you?
No.
Oh.
So, worst job of the week? Probably swivel hubs on a Clio 200.
Oh, yeah.
What's a Clio 200?
So,
like,
you know my 197?
Is it?
It's the newer one.
it's a facelifted version of his 197.
Oh right,
Exactly the same car.
What does 197 mean?
They claim 197 horsepower,
yeah.
Well, that's bollocks, isn't it?
which is bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like 500.
Easy.
Swivel hubs is that what the
So, it's just
ball
the
joint
way the
clutch.
suspension works.
Yeah, Renault thinks they're
Yeah.
like amazing and elite.
Oh, I
and
remember
they,
you telling me about
yeah.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're not.
And it's just like a wanky suspension setup. I mean, it's good.
When they work really
Yeah.
well.
Well, it's like everything in
Yeah,
there.
it's
Yeah,
just a
but when they don't
service.
work, then it's expensive.
Much like the P38 has suspension.
Exactly.
Wonderful until it goes wrong, and then I'm getting fucking covered in shit and grease and oh, it won't fucking work. Marlon, can you bring your fucking multimeter down here a minute?
Reg, how's your week been, mate?
Oh mate, it's been an interesting week. Won't lie. I went on stag do last weekend. We recorded on a Thursday. On the Friday, I went out on a stag do. I went to London. Quick review of London. Cheapest pint I had was £4.95. Most expensive pint was £7.80. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, big no on that front. It was good. I did enjoy it as much as it was expensive, and I would have rather gone. I'd have rather gone to Prague or Berlin or something.
Yeah.
And I was not dreading it, but I was kind of not looking
I mean,
forward
it's
to.
London, isn't
I was
it?
not looking forward to the price of everything, but regardless of that, I had a fucking brilliant time. Really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, caught up with some people that I hadn't seen in a long time. For the sake of the podcast, I will call him Steve. Now, Steve, I haven't seen for fucking years. Really great bloke. I'll sort of sum him up by when we got there. We had got there on Friday. We went out for food. Went to a Jamaican place for some chicken, man, and they're all ska playing, all my favorite music. So I was having the best time. Big booty bitches, fucking wall to ceiling, great. So Steve was Steve's food turned up, his starter turned up, and I was like, well, if he's not going to eat it, I fucking will. Anyway, Steve turns up an hour later, and I was like, where have you been? He's like, oh man, so busy, man. He's a bit of a fucking yeah, you. Oh yeah, man. Oh, I'm so busy, whatever. Right, anyway, got to halfway through the night, and he's like, Reg, want to do some blow? I was like, nah, mate, I'm not really, not really into that.
Man.
Not really into that life, mate. And he was like, what the fuck? There's 20 people on this stag do. I've bought 2 grams of coke, and no one does it apart from me. I thought you boys would be mad for it. I was like, sorry, mate, can't really help you out with that one. He's like, I guess I'll have to do it myself. Every pub we went into all day, I go down for a piss. He come down with me straight in the cubicle. You getting through that bag? Man, it's like a chore. So Anyway, got to the next day. I said, went to the toilet, and he got his little baggie out. And I turned around to him, I took one look at him and said, Steve, are you feeling all right? Yeah, why? You've hardly touched your drugs. Oh, mate, it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I did get into some trouble. I won't lie.
Oh, I want to act surprised here, but I'm not.
One thing is, when I'm sober, I like to think of myself as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I'll help an old woman across the street. I'll put my fucking trolley back. When I get drunk, I like to think of myself as the Punisher. If you wrong me, I'll fucking kill you. So it started, we were on this pub crawl, right? And it was the last fucking club. And everyone had been already told in advance, right? They said, right, bring your fucking IDs. Bring your IDs. Everyone gets ID'd. And I was like, fuck that. Got wedding ring on. I got a fucking face full of stubble. I got more lines on my forehead than I have on my ball bag. So I don't need to get ID'd. Turns out they do fucking ID everyone. It's not like
It's like America.
Like Ted Hastings said, it's not about age. It's about who you are, where you live, all that kind of shit. If anything goes wrong, they can get in touch with you. Now, it's about 20 people, and I was probably third, fourth in line to get through. And I was so pissed I couldn't find my ID. I thought I'd lost it. I think I have, for all intents and purposes, I had lost it at this point. So I was just so pissed. Pulled out my business card. I was like, that'll do. Turn up to the ID scanner. Some fucking girl. She was massive, and she was very angry. And no, that's a lie. Wrong pub. No, it was a fucking Gert Polish bloke there, and he was. I think he just about had enough of cunts like me and all these London geezers.
You can understand that, I suppose.
That was it. So anyway, my mate goes through. Yeah, it scans perfect. I hand him my business card like the boss that I am. He takes one look at it, bends it in half, and to be fair to him, he said to me, "Mate, all right, no worries. Take 15 minutes, go sober up, come back with your ID." And instead of saying, "Yes, sir, that's really kind of you. Thank you for, taking pity on my drunken state. I will be back in 15 minutes." I said, "You can eat my fucking ass, you cunt." I said, "Fuck you, fuck your fucking club, eat my fucking asshole." Yeah. And next morning we were sort of talking about this, and I couldn't work out why none of us could get into that club. And one of them piped up, "Oh, that's because Reg told the bouncer to eat his fucking asshole."
You're a piece of shit.
Like 16 of us weren't allowed in. Anyway, so put that behind me. Went to McDonald's on the way home, like you do.
Yeah.
Went there, tapped me shit in the screen, grabbed me order number. So I'm sat there, and I just see there's a worker at the fucking bench having a bit of a to-do with, some woman is having a to-do with one of the workers. The bloke's clearly foreign. He doesn't speak a lot of English. She's getting very irate about the fact that they're calling like number 24 and her number's 18. And I get really fucked off with shit like that. The bloke's there. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. She's got a fucking job to do. I was fucking wild. After about, I don't know, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, everyone was tapping me like, "Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Just don't fucking start." I just go, I can't. I tell you what, why don't you shut your fucking hole, you cunt? She turns around. "You fucking what, mate?" I said, "Do you know what? The man's got a fucking job to do. Why don't you come back here and stand with the rest of us in this line like the fucking useless pieces of shit we are, and shut the fuck up." Oh, wrong thing to say. Oh my God, you can fucking this and you can fucking that. I said, I don't care. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut up, you stupid bitch.
Karen.
I tell you what,
definitely a Karen, isn't it?
I was very fortunate that she didn't have a large boyfriend, not one in sight, because she did. She sort of fucking took a bit of a back seat and was like, "Reg, shut the fuck up." I was like, no, you know what? I'm fucking done with people like this, mate. I'm fucking done with people.
Fuck you.
No
fuck
time
everyone.
for people like this. It fucking think they're all that. Anyway, this gay Scottish man was like, "Yeah, you want to come back to my place, love?" I was like, "No." Anyway, so that was that. And what did make me laugh was the next morning I was told, during your altercation with this fine lady, both her order and your order got called. You both missed it. But yeah, got me food. Went home, put it. I didn't eat any of it. I was so pissed. But yeah, that pretty much sums up my week. That was a bit extended, but yeah, good stag do. London's expensive. People are cunts. Camden's great. Pretty much it.
That's a good all-round summary, though.
Mate, it was good. It's a good weekend. Very much enjoyed it. How about yourself, Marlon?
Yeah, pretty basic, to be fair.
Yeah.
I did. So I went to Clark's Village.
Wow.
Right.
Whoa.
No, it gets
Fucking hell.
Stop the press.
it gets worse. Right. So Glastonbury's coming up. I need some decent walking shoes, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought myself a pair of Skechers.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm now like a
mate.
certified old cunt, I think.
You are one step away from a pair of New Balances and some khaki shorts, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got the grill.
Cunt. Yeah. So I'm now a proud owner of a pair of Skechers.
I know it's bad, but I am told by a lot of people that they are like,
I got the arch support ones.
yeah, mate. Oh, nothing. Arch support being a flat-footed piece of shit. I can tell you that arch support is key.
And then I went in the Haribo shop and spent like 30 quid.
What? What? Come again?
Oh, yeah.
There's a Haribo for a start.
There's a shop full of Haribo, mate.
What happens at a Cadbury shop?
It's still there.
The state of this country.
But the Haribo shop, I've never been in a Haribo shop before. I've been in a fucking Cadbury shop. I just got carried away. I want one for fucking everything, don't I?
30 fucking. It's outlet. How do you spend £30 in a sweet shop?
Well, you buy about 10 kilograms of sweets.
You,
I don't even really like sweets.
Marlon, you got to look after them pearly yellows, man. Come on. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm the one with bad teeth.
And then one day this week, obviously, me golden bears were half eaten on the dining room table.
Who was the culprit?
Who do you fucking think it was? It's fucking Bullet.
Was it?
Ninjaed his way up onto the fucking dining room table. Ate half of them.
What did Tom Carver say? Fucking eyes are like mortgages. One's fixed, one's variable.
The dog's an asshole.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that, mate. I won't lie.
Tank's perfectly behaved, but yeah.
Who do it themselves?
Yeah, work's been good. Work's fucking busy still.
Worst job of the week.
I haven't really had one, mate, to be
Oh,
fair.
that's good.
We've had a lot of nice stuff in. Had an interesting one in.
Mm-hmm.
Mark 5 Golf. 07 plate, I think.
Diesel.
No, 1.4 FSI
Yeah.
petrol. Drove it in, misfiring like fuck. Code read it, misfire on 1 and 4. You know when you can kind of tell, Jay, I expect you get a little bit of this, you can kind of tell what's going on, you can tell it's like not an ignition misfire, like
No.
the core pack's not dropped out. So I just compression tested it a minute, and number 4 was like 120 psi down on everybody else.
Right.
Pulled the head off, there's a bit of the piston missing.
What?
What, on the side, on the skirt or not?
Like
Like around the ringland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a
Where's
common
Yeah,
thing?
they do it for a pastime.
Where's it
Really?
gone?
Yeah.
There's no damage on the head. There's nothing. There's
it literally
no
just
traces
drops
of it.
off and then it carries on. Happy as Larry.
Yeah.
Just without any compression.
How big was a piece missing? Like,
I got a picture here.
how did it make its way through the valve? Because it hadn't battered the valve up then?
And they
No,
normally
they're-
drop into the sump.
Oh, really?
Yeah, literally just drop into the pan.
Oh, they just... That's weird. You wouldn't think it'd do that, though,
No.
would
That's
you?
it. Looking at that,
I suppose
lucky.
if it's going up and
Yeah,
the
so it's
compression
coming
pushing down, it's
Yeah.
just going to fall through.
like there's no.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, you say that is like that's the circumference of the ringland.
Oh, fuck me on the top.
Yeah. Like just where.
Well, the only way that for that to go out is through the valve, isn't it?
yeah.
There's no way it can go below it.
But there's no head damage.
No.
There's no valve damage.
Oh, no, of course not, because there's that, obviously, they've got a
Yeah,
whole side.
because then
of
you've got the
this.
ring as well.
Yeah, yeah,
below
yeah.
it.
That's it.
So there's
That's
nowhere
only
for it to go apart from to bounce out. What? There's no marks.
nothing.
How the fuck?
And it's only just started doing it. He's had the car for years.
So if you were to drop the exhaust, you'll probably find that sat
yeah,
on the top
in-
of the cat.
yeah.
I'll have a little look.
See if he rattles on
Yeah.
start up. Give it a fucking... Give
I
it
would
a-
say drop a magnet down there, but that probably wouldn't work.
No. Yeah. Fine. Yeah. We've
That's-
been all right, mate.
fucking weird.
It's just kind of vanished.
Mate, do you want to hear my fucking worst job of the week?
Go on.
Oh, I've been big on the mechanics game, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looking
well-
on YouTube again.
Anyway, no, don't get it twisted. I love my old man to pieces. He's my inspiration. He's fucking brilliant. But obviously, as I've said before, he owns quite a significant amount of Land Rovers. Humble brag, I know. But he's more...
I don't know if it's a brag or not. Really.
He's not a collector, he's a hoarder. There's no two ways about it. He's a fucking hoarder. Some of them are restored, some of them are new, some of them are just pieces of shit that we've got parked up for no good reason other than, oh, I like Land Rovers. So he's got a Range Rover Classic, like a 1993, which is like a high spec one. Vogue SE 1993, one of the last
Gorgeous
ones
colour.
built. Got the heated seats, got the sunroof, got the air suspension, like really high spec. Last ones they did, it was basically the testing platform for the P38 before they built it. So he's got that, and he's got the 50th anniversary that we restored, like in my mum's memory, because it was her car. That V890, gorgeous vehicle. Anyway, the classic's been parked up for 5 years. The 50th's been parked up for 3 years. All of a sudden, I want them on the road. I want them both on the road. I want them on the road now. You know mechanics, make it do a fix. So it's like, all right, all the 2 batteries. I'm like, I think that's the least of your fucking worries, Dad. So classic is behind the 50th. Go to start the classic, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Put the key in, everything, all the lights come on, turn it, not a fucking thing. I'm like, look up.
With the new battery on?
Yeah, new battery. The only problem is that is probably one of the very first vehicles ever in the world with an immobilizer.
Yeah.
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 You try the old tappy battery trick?
Tried just about everything. I even had some of your lot come up and have a look at it. Ended up jumping it off a starter. So you know it's bad when you got to jump it off a starter. Yeah. Started it up. It ran. There was the most horrendous top end knock.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know if a valve guide's stuck or something. A push rod is stuck or something, but it is like from the top end. I was like, I think you should turn that off. I think we turn that off now before we do serious damage.
Yeah.
I was cussing like, it was running when I parked it up. There's nothing fucking wrong when I parked it up. I was like, yeah, it's also been sat in a fucking damp shed for the last 5 years, Dad. So, yeah. Anyway, that was that. Got that out of the way. Got the 50th out. I was like, I'll focus on this one because this is the one he really wants on the road. Why? Still don't know. New battery on it. Start it. Drive it out. Amazingly starts. Drives. Good. Parked it up for half an hour. Wouldn't start. Like nothing. Like no lights on the dash. No fucking nothing. I mean, this thing is dead. I'm like, brand new battery. Started half an hour ago. Put the multimeter across the fucking battery. 2 volts.
Oh, something's big dead short.
I was like, what in the fucking Jesus Christ? I was like, yeah, at the end of the day, this is a fucking 90. It's 1998. It's got a radio. It's got a starter motor. It's got a blower motor. And it's got headlights. And that is about it electrical wise. And a fuel pump.
An alternator.
Yeah, an alternator. Well, I wasn't thinking alternator at the time. But I was like, I don't know where, like, it's a fucking like 60, 65 or 70 amp hour battery. I'm like, where has that gone in half an hour? I was like, fucking weird. All right, anyway.
Not got a heat gun?
A heat gun?
Yeah, throw the heat gun around a little bit.
What do you mean heat gun? Like a viewing camera?
Camera or even like one of your basic pull trigger laser jobbies?
No, I don't. I just had a multimeter and my best wishes. That's all I had. Hope and pray. Hope and prayers. That's all I had. Thoughts and prayers. So I'm thinking, what the fuck am I going to do here? There's a bullet onto the ramp. I had a little look around underneath. My first thought is mice. Because I've had problem with mice in that shed before. And they've chewed wires and the place has gone to fuck. So, I'm looking underneath. Like, there's nothing frayed. There's no fucking, like, sound deadening ripped out. I'm like, it can't be mice. Fucking hell, it's weird. I charge battery back up. Put the fucker back on. I go around with my multimeter. Everything's reading nice. And I'm like, And I go to grab the fucking negative lead. And I'm like, holy fucking Jesus, Mary, Mother of God. I'm like, big short somewhere, boys. Big short somewhere. I'm going around. I'm like, I open the engine bay. I'm waiting and I'm waiting. I just see this little wisp of smoke come up and I'm like, fuck. And I wave my hand across the top of the engine bay and just as I go over the alternator, I'm like, fuck. I go, what? It's been parked up. Alternator was fine when we parked it up. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you parked shit
You sound
up.
like your fucking dad there.
Oh, yeah, well, park shit up.
Fine when I parked up.
Honestly, I tell you what, I'm fucking glad that battery was not another 5 amp hours bigger because that cunt would have burnt out.
Yeah.
It was fucking steaming. I'm surprised it wasn't a fucking lump of molten copper and alley. Absolutely horrendous. Yeah, new alternator, job done. So I just take the fan carrying off, slacking the belt off, 2 bolts, couple of connectors, job done. Fucking God bless the Rover V8. Only time I'll ever fucking say that on this podcast. And that it, job done. Done. Drove it off around. Oh, cheers for that. Well, fucking just a job, that is. I was like, there are still a lot of other things to fix on this car. Nah, it'd be all right. I'll MOT it on Monday. I was like, oh, fuck's sake. But yeah, that was my job of the week.
Fantastic. Don't bring it to me.
No, it won't be actually, I don't think. I think you're going to be all right. Anyway, enough of a fucking waffling about our weeks and mechanical woes. Javen, we've known you for a fucking long time.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. You've always been somewhat of like I'd say an entrepreneur, really. I mean, you might probably say, no, that's not me, but you are in a way because you've always done stuff off your own back. How many jobs have you had? like working for someone else?
I've had a fair few.
You have had a fair few.
But
I
that's
know.
when I worked out that doesn't quite work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want me to start off at where we first began?
Yeah, mate. It's your fucking podcast. You
So
do what you
after
want.
school, my dad waffled on. He wanted me to work on boats.
Are you from a sort of coastal background?
Yeah, so I'm from Cornwall.
Right.
Dad's from Cornwall. He loves boats. And my granddad worked in Falmouth and he had a shop in Falmouth that he repaired all of the tugs and stuff like that, all the fishing boats.
Yeah.
So he wanted me to work on boats. So he somehow got my application and put it into a place called Pendennis, which builds super yachts.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah. So
Sorry to interrupt. So you would have been set. Not
set.
I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
no, yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from what you've done since.
No,
but
100%.
That's
No,
a
but
fucking job.
yeah, this is a big deal. So this was the best apprenticeship in England at the time, and 2,800 people apply, and then you obviously submit your CVs. It then gets shortlisted to 900. You then have an over the phone conversation with one of the people there, and then it goes to a proper interview. So you go for a proper interview. Gets narrowed down to I think like 60. Then you have to do practical and theory and another test. And then you go back for your final interview, and that's when you get shortlisted to the 12. Somehow, I fucking done it and got to the 12. Started that, and it was amazing. So I was working on super yachts. Eric Clapton's boat. I worked on Eric Clapton's boat.
Fuck.
He had a gun cabinet in his toilet on his suite.
On a boat.
On a boat. So
To shoot what? Seagulls?
well, most boats have a gun cabinet
Oh, they
for
do.
pirates. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's a big
yeah.
thing still.
Oh,
Yeah. So his gun cabinet was
It's my
behind his
ship
toilet.
now.
It was a
Behind his
picture
toilet.
behind the toilet, and when you put a code behind this, fuck knows where it was, but you put a code in, and it would spin round. That's where his gun cabinet was.
Proper like
Shit.
007 shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
So I
hell.
put my bare ass on Eric Clapton's en suite.
You sit
So
there, Layla. Got me on my knees.
so yeah, so we did that. Was getting on quite well, and then all of a sudden I started just feeling sleepy all the time, and I was falling asleep on the job. So they obviously reported me to HR and say that this apprentice, he's all right when he's awake, but not so good when he's asleep.
Like most humans.
Like
Yeah.
most humans.
not
so we
as
had a-
productive when you were
Yeah,
asleep.
not that productive. And it was mostly when I was doing joinery, so I fucking hate wood. So yeah, so I got obviously stern speaking to for am I getting enough sleep? Am I eating well? Am I feeling all right? Family life all right at home? Yeah, it's all fine. Yeah, just sometimes get a bit sleepy. So that was that. Then they fucked me off to college, and I don't do well at school
Mm.
for the banter side of it. I'm all right, but yeah, so ended up getting sacked for just having a laugh at college, basically.
Oh, right. So you call shit at college, got back
yeah,
to
but not bad stuff. Just used to have a bit of a laugh, and
the class clown.
yeah, the class clown, and then yeah, got sacked. And I was living with my dad. This is the first time I lived with my dad since I was 3, and yeah, he was absolutely fucking livid.
I can imagine.
Yeah, after he.
I think at the time you're probably like, fuck you, Dad. I
Yeah, and I was like, I'm going to do what I want. Yeah,
looking
I'm
back
better
on
than
it
this.
now, you're
yeah,
like-
but looking back, if I stuck at that, would have been a lovely
Yeah,
job.
cushy job.
So that was the biggest regret of my life, was
Yeah?
fucking that up. And I met a young girl. I secretly moved out of my dad's house.
Secretly, like
It was
cover
secret
of
as fuck. Like
darkness.
one day, a
most people-
DVD would be missing, and then before you know it, the Xbox is fucking gone. It was literally like that.
Bit of time.
Yeah, a little bit at a time, and then woof, all gone. And then I had a brilliant idea. I wanted to open a cafe.
At the age of how old were you
I
then?
was 17 at the time. So,
Fuck me.
yeah, there was a property up for rent in a place called Poultry in Cornwall. So we were like, yeah, me and this girl, we're going to open a cafe. So I started doing a business plan, put it to my stepdad, who was still with my mum. And he's like, right, I'll lend you 7,500. And then girlfriend at the time's partner, dad was going to lend 7,500.
Was this place fitted out or not?
No, so we were about to fit it out.
Fucking hell.
And then all of a sudden, the nan was like, here, she was old as fuck. She was like, here you go, there's £2,000, start buying all your plates and shit. So off to IKEA we went and bought a load of plates and stuff like that. Spent all the money, and then it fell through because basically the solicitor was saying that we were responsible for the upkeep of the flats above. So if there was a leak
fuck
or
that
something,
fucking-
What the-
then
you're-
it'd be our problem to rectify the problems.
But you're not getting any of the income from the flats.
But yeah, nothing to do with us.
What,
So
you fucking
yeah,
dick.
so we bought fucking hundreds of plates and all this stuff, and then we didn't do it in the end.
Oh, fuck?
Yeah, and then we split up. I moved back to Somerset.
And all that money was...
And all that money got absolutely wasted. That was it. It's gone.
Shit.
Yeah.
But you had a shitload of nice plates.
Oh, yeah. I left them down there.
Ah.
It ended on bad terms. She was fucking angry. So I got in my car. Wasn't my Corsa B, obviously, because that was gone. So I got in my little Golf and was like, right, see ya. I'm going back to Somerset. So I only lasted in Cornwall for about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was that on and gone.
Yeah. So that was my first job. And I started, when I realised I was a bit tired. And that was the pattern for the rest of my career being employed.
Do you know what? When you said, I often like a little sleep, I was thinking about when you worked at Carpet-Right.
Yeah.
Was it Carpet-Right?
Yeah.
I remember you telling me years ago, I think it was the area manager or whatever, because you were manager down there.
I was
right?
manager. I don't know how I got the job, but
I remember you
they
telling
gave me manager's position.
And the area manager came down and he was like, do you know what, Javen? You are, you could go far in this company. You could be in my job in like 5 years. And he was just like, mate, I don't do any work. I just go in the fucking back room and fall asleep on some nice shag pile.
No, mate, they sold mattresses as well. Carpet-Right does mattresses. So on a Saturday, I was the only one in there with a young chap who had been there for years. And he had autism. He's a really lovely kid. I used to pick him up, take him to work, and he was absolutely amazing. Lovely kid. But I played on that so bad. I was like, do you know what? I'm going to go out the back and count the carpet. You stay out the front, deal with the customers. That's what you're good at. That's what you were born to do.
You're a people's man.
Yeah, you're a people man. He's like, yeah, I'm a people man. I'm going to do that. So I went out the back, got myself a memory foam pillow on a memory foam mattress. And before you know it, it's time to go home.
How long were you there?
I sleep at least 3 or 4 hours.
No.
How long's that Carpet-Right? Now, believe it or not, that wasn't why I left. I left because I was getting a sore throat from all the carpet. Mate, my throat was constantly dry as fuck. So one day I went home with a sore throat and I thought, you know what? Listen, for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I was young. I was a twat. I didn't even ring up and say I'm not coming in again. So all of a sudden, Javen, the manager for Glastonbury stores, he's not turning up for work. They tried ringing me. I was just at home in bed.
See you later.
Yeah. So so that was the Carpet-Right thing.
Fucking hell.
Do you think you're this is probably the weirdest sentence I've ever said in my life, but do you think your obsession with sleep while being employed is because you're just not fucking interested?
So that was when I realised I think I have a problem.
You're not narcoleptic, are you?
Wait for it.
Oh, fucking
I then got a job at Howard's Hyundai in Yeovil, selling Hyundais and Peugeots.
I always thought that would be your perfect position.
That's what I thought. That's what my mum thought. She says, you need to go and do something you're passionate
in sales,
about.
Yeah.
You're good at selling, because I worked at Car Phone Warehouse previously.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I loved that job. Didn't sleep much then, because it was stimulating. But then I got sacked for selling knockoff SIM cards and phones.
Yeah, I remember that as well.
Yeah, so that was the end of that. Anyway, so got a job at Howard's, started selling cars. To begin with, I was all right. I was like, this is all right. I could do this. Then I started getting sleepy.
You're bored?
Yeah, I was falling asleep at the desk. And then what topped it off and what I lost my job over were two things. The first one was a brand new Hyundai Santa Fe, which was about 35 grand at the time. They were like,
fucking
right.
hell, are they?
Yeah, they were fucking nice truck though.
Yeah, no, they are, yeah.
They were like, right, yeah, you've sold it. Well done, great. But we need to do, PDI it, and then you need to go and fill up with fuel, because we always sell a car with a full tank of fuel.
Oh, right, okay.
But me, being the sleepy cunt I was, drove to Asda with a fuel card, filled up with petrol, didn't I? And it was diesel.
Ooh.
And do you know what the worst thing was? I fucking realised at the end of filling it up, brimming it, and I thought, be all right.
No!
And I drove it back.
Oh, you mental cunt.
Yeah.
Fried the injection pump.
Oh, I literally got probably about a mile down the road, and it just shit its guts out. That was it. Brand new Santa Fe.
Fuck.
So that was that. And they're like, look, you fucked up. And I was like, and then I admitted it. I said, look, yeah, I did put petrol in it. My bad. So we carried on going. I was selling cars. I was doing really well. I was selling quite a lot of cars, so they were quite surprised. And then I did a test drive with an older man and his wife. So you normally drive for the first couple miles, and you pull over in a lay-by, and then you let them take over.
Yep.
Sat in the front. I fucking fell asleep, didn't I? I woke up back at Hyundai, and they weren't even in the car anymore.
Oh, he just hadn't even woken you up.
So I fell asleep. They didn't even bother to wake me up.
And
They just got out of the car and went into the office and said, "Yeah, your salesman's actually in the car asleep."
Fucking hell.
So I woke up so I walk in there and he says, "Look, I think it's best if you just fuck off," basically in a nice way. I said, I think you're right, actually.
So what was it? Was it just like the lack of what is it that stops you? Like stops you being.
Now I've realised what it was.
Go on.
So from there, I then spoke to my mum about it. I said, "Mum, I'm falling asleep all the time. I was falling asleep at traffic lights on the way to work.
That's when you got to worry.
Never on the way home, but always on the way to work. In the mornings, I was falling asleep. I'd fall asleep, people beeping at me. And I was dreaming. Like, it was deep fucking sleep. So my mum was getting worried. She took me to the doctors. And then I got referred to Taunton Hospital. And I had to fill out a questionnaire with my mum, with this doctor. How likely are you to fall asleep in these situations?
10.
On a scale of 1 to 10. And I was like, fuck me, 10 through all of them. Like, fall asleep at traffic lights was one of them.
Yeah.
I do that all the time, 10. Fall asleep whilst watching TV, 10. Well, this is where it goes. So he goes, I've never had anyone score as high as what you have, if you're being honest. You're not
taking the piss and
and trying to play on it. I was like, no, I'll fall asleep fucking anywhere.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is be on the dot.
So he's like, right, next, you're going to come in and we're going to do a sleep test, see if you're talking shit or not. So I turn up and all you've got to do is fucking fall asleep. So sitting there, nice comfy little seat, and they put these things on you. Sparko out, sleep, easy, good at falling asleep. So passed that test, one of the only tests I passed.
Well practiced.
Yeah, and then they called me and my mum back into the room. They're like, yeah, your son, he's good at falling asleep. So we now want to take a sample from his spine. So they want to take the plasma from your spine.
Spinal fluid, yeah.
Yeah, spinal fluid.
Oh.
And they want to see, because we think your son is narcoleptic. Narcoleptic.
Narcolepsy.
Narcolepsy, that's it. And we believe that's what he is. And then they hand me all these sheets of paper and leaflets and say, so you've got to surrender your license now. Before you even been diagnosed, you need to surrender your license.
Fuck.
And I said, well, how long for? And they go, forever. You'll never get your license back. That's it. You're done. That's it. And then I was like, fuck. Because obviously I already lost my license once before through doing something else, but I lost my license. And I knew how shit that was. I was so upset that I lost my license.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing that.
This takes your freedom away, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I thought, like, that's my life over. I'm going to have to rely on tax. And they were like, here you go, but public transport's so good nowadays. I'm like, is it fuck? 376 to Wales was always late, wasn't it? So, so then my mum was like, well, you're going to have to go back and do it. And I was like, am I fucked? No, I'm not. And that was the last job I had, technically, working for someone. I did work at a garage for 5 years, but it was like when I wanted to work.
Yeah, on your terms.
Yeah, on my terms. I knew the bloke. He's a family friend. He had a garage in Keynsham, and I worked there, but then I did my own stuff in the evenings. What I used to do is just steal all the work from the garage and then take it back to my unit, because by then I had a unit. So yeah, any clutches, cam belts, big jobs, MOT failures, I'd say, we can't do it here because that's not what we do. But I do it back at my place. And I had a trailer by then as well.
You trailer the cars away.
I'd trailer the car away in the afternoon, do the car, bring it back in the morning, and obviously charge garage prices. So I was raking it in. I was like earning good money. So he was only paying me 250 quid a week, but I was easy doing £1,000 a week doing these jobs because it was a busy garage.
Yeah.
But the MOT tester and the bloke who ran the garage was a pisshead. So at lunchtime, he'd go down to the pub, have 3 or 4, come back and then was drinking tinnies whilst doing his MOTs in the afternoon.
No.
So he didn't give a fuck what I was doing. He knew what I was doing. Because obviously they'd see the cars on the trailer.
On your
They're like, why are we not doing that here? I was like, we ain't got the kit here. I'll take it back to my place and do it.
He's got something on you, you got something on him.
Yeah, no, we got on well.
Oh, so, really? So it was just like a mutual agreement.
He was playing the business just as much as I was. So, yeah, looking back, that was a real bad thing to do and I'd never do it again. But that's what I was doing in my younger years. And I was like, I'm not falling asleep. This is wicked. There's nothing wrong with me. And I don't fall asleep anymore. And that's ever since I went basically self-employed.
Yeah.
I can't work for people.
Do you think it's probably something psychological, really, isn't it?
It's all psychological. There's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
It's I'm not stimulated.
That's what
and
it is.
when I'm not stimulated, I fall asleep.
Literally the next
because I do it when I go home.
You get home, sleep.
Yeah.
Just bored. Nothing
I go home, watch TV, or my partner's talking to me. And that's it. I'm out for the count.
I know the score.
Yeah. You know what it's like.
Love you, Chief.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree with you, man.
So, yeah, that's how it started for me, going self-employed and realising I can't work for people anymore. Which not many people know either. I didn't tell any people because I was shit scared because I should have surrendered my license, so I kept that real quiet.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Don't need to surrender it now. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
That's it. I see what I completely like. I didn't realise that at all. but now I can kind of see how you had the balls to do what you've done.
It's because I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
And I don't know if like you two know what it's like. You know, when you're really tired, that's how I felt all the time. And I couldn't keep my eyes open. And that's worse than feeling sick, being pissed and the room spinning. When you can't physically keep your eyes open and it's disgusting. It's the worst feeling ever.
Everyone that's listening probably knows, you know, when you're driving and you got the window open, you're smoking a fag, you're singing to the music to try and keep yourself awake and you just can't. And you're just like, I have to get to this point, but I'm fucking, like, I can't remember the last 30 seconds of road.
Yeah.
It is the most horrible, terrifying, just shit feeling of just being tired.
And the only time I used to come out of it is if I fell asleep and then I went onto like the rumble strips, I would wake up and go, fuck. And I could feel the adrenaline going around my body. I could feel it going through my arms, my legs. And then I'd be awake again for a certain amount of time.
I just find it weird that you didn't get on in sales because that's kind of not, I wouldn't say an adrenaline filled job, but I think it's a job that's filled with serotonin and that good feeling of like, getting
a real fast moving sales. It's brilliant. But I also didn't like the way you had to sell. It was really forceful. If the customer leaves the building, they're not going to come back. You've got to close a deal whilst they're on the premises. And it was really forceful, and I don't like the way they sold. And that's why I think I struggled so much.
Right, because you were sort of put to not
it's
quite
too
a script,
pushy.
but
And it's exactly the same at Carfield Warehouse. That was really pushing. I didn't like it, but because it was really fast moving with doing that, I was all right.
Yeah.
But when it came to cars, I just couldn't do it.
Say, because you sell fucking Beck's Blue to an alcoholic, you could.
I'm all right, fact. I can sell, but
tea to the Chinese.
Only when I'm selling for myself and I'm the one making the money. Not lying in someone else's pocket.
That's the thing, I think. Yeah, I mean, you're on commission. It's nice because you're making a bit, but you know, fucking matey up. The fucking general manager is taking.
Yeah, it's the prick sat in the office.
That's it. Yeah,
his dad owns the business.
Yeah,
he's been just handed down. Like he's just ended up with it.
Yeah, you've got it.
Yeah, he's normally ugly as fuck. Got no mates.
No
drives
idea
around in a nice
doing.
car. He's got a massive house and he has hookers around every night. Yeah, that's his life. I'm not paying for his hookers. No way.
Pay for your own.
Yeah, pay for your own. You lazy prick.
So the self-employment. When did that sort of start for you? The sort of, you know, fuck this, fuck working for someone else. After the garage in Keynsham?
Yeah, but then Bob, bless his heart, who was the business owner, who was like a granddad to me, sacked me. Can't remember what it was over, something real petty as well. But yeah, I got sacked. I think it was something to do with gypsies. Gypsies came to the garage, did something to their car, and it went wrong somehow. I think I fitted a spring, and then I had all these gypsy tribe turn up, telling me they're going to kill me, that I'm fucking dead because I risked their children's lives. And I thought, well, fuck me.
You're the one overloaded with scrap every fucking weekend.
Exactly. You're the one riding horse and cart down the M5, you twat. So, yeah. So anyway, they were swinging for me and I was effing and blinding. And then, so Bob sat me, says, too much stress. I think it's best if you leave. And by then I was ready. I was like, yeah, I'm going to leave. I'm going on my
set
own.
yourself up.
Yeah. I'm going solo.
Is that when you started up the road with the working on Renos?
So, yeah. So I knew someone else who had a unit, Luke Twos. He was renting a unit with someone else.
Up by the
Wagon and Horses.
You can say it if you want.
Yeah, by the Wagon and Horses in Dalton. Really nice new unit. And I started working there. And I was buying and selling, doing bits and pieces. And that's when I got into Renault Sports. It's because this other person was like a guru when it came to Renault Sports. He did his apprenticeship at Renault. And he taught me everything I knew, really, in a way. Well, he didn't. He just said, well, this is what you got to do. This is how you do a cam belt, floating pulleys, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of picked it up and then just stuck at it. And I started buying and selling Renault Sports. But I would buy, like, the first couple. I would break them for parts, put them on a shelf. This is when they were cheap. And then I would go and buy, like, a 182 from Bath, which had a bent rear beam. Knock him down to fuck all. I paid a 600 quid for a 182. Already had a rear beam back ready for it. Chuck it in. It was back up for sale for $2,500 the next day. I was doing that for a bit, got some good contacts with some young chaps. Their father owned a sales place in Lymington, really high end. They sell supercars and all sorts. They gave him like a bit out the back, and then you can sell your cars from there. So they were buying all my stock because it was all good quality stuff. I made sure it was all spot on and got quite well known for selling decent cars. And I was delivering to Lymington probably twice a month. Selling 3 or 4 cars at a go.
Yeah.
So it'd be Megane, 230 F1s. Yeah. Always Renault Sports. Didn't do anything else. So just on Renault Sports. Kept putting money back behind me. And then got mentioned on forums for doing cam belts and stuff like that because I done a few for other people. And that is how I became a Renault Sport specialist. When technically I'm not a fucking specialist at all.
Yeah, it's kind of self-taught, isn't it?
It's self-taught, and I am. I class myself now as a specialist because what I don't know isn't worth knowing without blowing my own trumpet. Because that's all I was doing for years.
Yeah.
But I didn't do my apprenticeship at Renault. But all that's down to is selling yourself. If you're confident and people have got confidence in you, they'll trust you with their cars.
Yeah.
And as long as you don't fuck that up and you respect, the boundaries and whatever else, then you'll do all right. And that's basically what I did.
That's one thing I'll always say about you, Javen, is that when you talk, you could be talking absolute bollocks to me and I wouldn't have a fucking clue. But you talk with, no, it's not being funny, but you talk with fucking confidence about, and you...
Yeah, but I think that's the most important thing.
That's exactly what I'm saying, is that you can just say it as it is, and this is how it is, and I'm going to do this, and this, that, and the other. And I can sit here and just go, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's not me taking anything away from you, saying you could be talking bollocks. That was
down to spending so many years not being taken seriously. Because I was a twat when I was younger, messing around, always being the one in trouble.
Yeah.
I was never taken seriously. And I did certain things, and then people looked down on me for those certain things. And I didn't want to live the rest of my life like that.
Do that again.
So then I started getting taken seriously by people, and people were looking up to me and think, do you know what, he's a good lad. He knows what he's on about.
Head screwed on, yeah.
And he's got his head screwed on. And I was treating people how I expect to be treated myself. I was always a bellend, but I always had morals.
That's a huge part of it as well.
You can be a complete twat, but if you've got morals and you look after people and you'll help people and you respect people, then it kind of takes the bad side away from it.
Yeah.
So that was the start of it for me. Just doing that.
So just winding it back a little bit, before you got into the Renault Sport industry and whatever else, would you say one of your sort of first one? I think it was one of your first ventures. JT Plant. Was that one of your first?
That was still in my sleepy period, believe it or not.
Sleepy on a 360.
So
not the Neolithic period.
No. I was working at the garage, Queens Road Garage for old Bob, and I was doing JT Plant. And I got into the garage by doing his back garden, basically. He was going to build a bungalow in his back garden because his wife fucked off because he was boring as fuck. All he should do, Bob,
Bing bang.
He's still here, but all he does is he stares out his window looking at his garage, which is across the road, with a glass of whiskey in his hand. That's what he'll do all day.
Just what is he still own the garage?
He still owns the garage,
and he just watches them work.
Mind you, this garage is probably worth £750,000
just for the land that is
flats all around it. Like all the council want to do is get it off him and develop on it, but he won't do it because he's stubborn as fuck.
Yes,
which is what we want. So so started seeing Bob again, my old family friend. He used to have buses as well, so I used to go with him on bus trips and stuff like that. So we were close. He was like a granddad to me. Yeah, he had a garage called Queens Road Garage and Norman Coaches. So he used to do coaches, school trips and all these other things. So so obviously he was a good family friend. He put me through my trailer, because I was driving around with no trailer license, allegedly.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
Yeah, and he was like,
don't need it now.
No, don't need it now. Fucking waste of time that was. And he's like, here, you need your trailer license. And I was like, well, yeah, I do, Bob, but it's £600. He goes, I'll pay for that. You do my garden, I'll pay for your trailer license.
And what did you do?
Went and got my trailer license.
Oh, you did?
I did do it with Sharon Sparks.
Yep, as did I.
Yeah, absolute legend. Flew through it. First time I've ever passed the test, first time.
Was that in the Ford Ranger Wild Track?
No, it was before that. I swear it was an L200.
Oh, yeah, that was what she had beforehand. Yeah, that's
with
right,
a box trailer with half a ton of sand in the back.
That's the one, yeah.
I did mine in the fucking Isuzu Rudy over there.
Did you?
Yeah.
You've got a trailer ticket?
Yeah.
I did not know
I
this.
wouldn't have thought that.
I just like collecting tickets. I'm never going to use it.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it.
I just want to
getting all those little bits on the back of your license.
Yeah. When I did my bike license, I was like,
have you got a bike license?
Yeah, I got a full bike license.
Mate, we'll have to go out for a ride.
I got two. Well, none of them are taxed and MOT at the minute. One's in 1,000 pieces. The other one's all right. It just needs an MOT.
Sorry, go on.
Where were we?
JT Plant.
Yeah, so JT Plant. I'm fucking the story up really because I've gone in halfway. Basically, my stepdad was doing property developing in North Wootton.
Oh, what were they developing in North Wootton?
They were trying to bring
nobody's
internet.
built anything there in like 100 fucking years.
Going from the dump, you drive past the dump in Dalton.
Yeah.
You know, the tip on the left-hand side.
I always get Dalton and
Carry on going, and then you get
They're both shells.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, fucking, nothing going on there. And then you get to a little T-junction. You drive down, on the left-hand side was called Warminster Barnes.
Yes.
So he developed all those, and that was when I didn't have a job, so I was working with him, doing all the plant. So I was driving all the machine, doing all the landscaping. I was actually pretty good at it, to be fair. And then one day I was using his digger that he bought to do the development, and the fucking arm just fell off it. I literally went to swing round, and then the kingpin, like the king post, sheared, and the arm just fucking fell on the floor.
Hydraulic fluid. Fucking.
No, it didn't even do that.
What?
It was literally like you could pull the levers, and it would flop around on the floor like a severed arm. So I went over. I said, "Look, dig as fuck. That's it. End the game." And so he blamed it on me. Fucking slapped me around the head. Sent me home. Wasn't my fault.
Like all dads, yeah, no.
Yeah, fucking
everyone
bellend.
knows.
Yeah, love him dearly. And I ended up buying that digger off him for £2,000.
Our little
It was a JCB 803 Plus, 2002 it was.
numbers to me, mate. What ton?
3 ton.
Oh, very big, not huge, but a
So
machine.
I loaded it onto a trailer, borrowed a trailer, towed it down the road to a local agricultural repairer. Not going to name any names. Lovely bloke. Gave it to him. He did it all. Cost me about £3,000 to do all the pins and bushes, new king post. Got it back. I went and bought myself a trailer.
And a
And I bought
Discovery
myself
too.
a TD5.
Yes, I remember it well.
And I had
and
about...
that's where it went downhill?
Well, no.
Oh.
Because I borrowed £5,000 for this venture off my uncle. And I had about 200 quid left. I was like, what am I going to spend that £200 on? I said, I know what I'm going to spend that on. Fucking advertising. I went, got it all sign written, got leaflets made, started putting leaflets out.
Had the old fucking wheel cover done.
Yeah, wheel cover done. That was only because that was an extra 30 quid. I said, fucking do it.
Slammer on there, driver.
Yeah. So, and I was off I went. Got actually quite a few jobs. I got a big job in Frome doing a flood defence for a bloke called Rory Ingleby Mackenzie.
That's a name.
Yeah, and he had a massive house. It was like
I'm going to say
12-bedroom mansion.
Screams massive
And
house.
it's like, someone's dug for a swimming pool. We've got all this spare soil. We want you to build a flood defence because it floods and the driveway floods in the winter. And I was like, fine, no problem. I'll fucking do that. Got old Will Crook.
Oh, fucking hell.
So this is when he was still at school. He was in year 10 at the time. And I was like, right, Will, you're not going to school, mate. You're coming with JT Plan. You're on bigger and better things. He's like, yeah, I am. So he was my dumper driver. I went and hired I think it was a 3-ton dumper. And he would sit on that all day. Don't think I paid him very much. I think it was 30 quid or something like that. But he was happy anyway. He was out of school. His mum thought he was at school doing PE with Mr. Fee. Was he fucked? He was up and down the lane with fucking just hauling dirt, basically. Yeah, and he loved it. And he was fucking good at it as well. For his age, he was only young. He was what, 13, 14?
14, something like that, yeah.
I was charging him out at £120 a day. I was charging...
Yeah, that's capitalism, mate.
Yeah,
that's how
you've
it
got
goes.
to do it.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Charging out for dumper rental, digger rental, me. And anyway, did all these flood defences and did all the rest of it, and he paid me. But that's when I started falling asleep again. And I was like, hang on a minute, I'm fucking loving my life. Why am I falling asleep again? So I hitched the trailer up with the digger on when I first went to go and drop it off. And I don't know, you won't know because no one will fucking know apart from me. So on the way to Frome, there's loads of drains for surface water on the side of the road. But it's not just a drain. They like to box these fuckers off with curbs. So the water hits the curbs and then goes down the drain. So I fell asleep. Bang! One of the rear wheels obviously dropped in on the trailer, blew it out, and I was like, for fuck's sake. Spent about an hour and a half getting a tyre, like going back to the unit, going to get a tyre, put it back on. I shit you not, I drove a minute down the road, fell asleep again, done exactly the same thing.
No.
On like the 4th one along. And I thought, fuck this, I ain't going back. So I drove all the way from there, down the ski slope, all the way along, over the next roundabout, carry on going, turn right as if you're going towards Warminster. I did all that with no tyre even on the fucking rim.
Just sparking
the marks are still on the floor now, all the way to this bloke's house when I first turn up. So I turn up at his house, this multi-million-pound house, with a trailer with no fucking tyre on it, just churning away on his fucking tarmac.
Sorry, Shags, you blew out just at the bottom of the drive.
Yeah, that's how it went. So yeah, so I was still a bit like iffy at that point with the falling asleep thing, but I worked out it's only in the mornings that I did it.
Right.
So over time, I obviously overcome that. I don't fall asleep at all anymore. But that was the last time it ever happened. JT Plant went on for quite a while. Then I obviously started working at the garage with old Robert. And don't know why. Why did I get rid of it? Because I kept up Hillages.
Yeah.
So Hillages was like they were using it as well, Vern and that. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to fucking sell it and use that money because I never paid my money back to my uncle. So he gave me a year, and that was it. The year was nearly up, and I thought, well, I haven't saved the money because I'm a fucking twat.
I've just spent all my money on wheels and cars.
The 803's got to go. So I sold it for 10 grand back then, which was fucking, to me, that was a lot of money. I never had 10 grand in my life. Sold the trailer, kept the TD5 because it was a fucking animal.
If I've ever heard those words.
I'll swear by a TD5. And I'm not a Land Rover man, but a
Somebody else.
CD5.
Yeah, they're a strong engine.
Yeah.
They're really strong apart from when they do head gaskets,
Yeah.
crackheads, kill
Yeah, but the later ones were all right, weren't they?
What, the 15Ps?
Yeah.
I mean,
better,
they're better, yeah.
but not
Well,
quite
no, you
best,
got to
though.
remember back when Javen had his, that was probably 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's it. They were still a newer.
We're 10 years on now, so
Yeah.
everything's wearing
Well, mine was
out.
a T-Reg, so it was an early one.
98
Oh,
then.
no, that would have been...
Yeah, 98, 99.
No, I think
That was
that might
one
have
of the
been
very,
a 10p.
very first
That was
ones.
a 10p,
Yeah,
yeah.
it started in 98.
Yeah, but I didn't. The only problems I had with it was Ace. My Ace pipes used to split
Oh,
for a
yeah.
pastime, and silly muggins here didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just kept replacing all these pipes, and they were always bursting. They were fucking quite a lot of money.
Yeah, they're still quite a lot of money
But
now.
I did 80,000 miles in that TD5, and
Did
I
you?
never
Fuck.
spent any money on it apart from Ace. That was the only thing I ever done. Ace, tyres, and fuel, which I robbed from Bob anyway because he had a fuel tank. So he used to give me an allowance of 2 gallons a day. And I was like, Bob, I haven't had my 2 gallons today. Fuck me, I had 10 gallons the day before. So I just ran my fleet off Bob's fuel tank.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, bless him. But yeah. So obviously I had to pay my uncle back, so sold everything, and that's when I just worked at the garage and started doing the cars.
Went on from there.
It's
Awesome.
been a good 10 years, I'd say.
Fucking hell. Right,
Yep.
should we cut a short break?
I think it's a good time to cut to a short break.
Anyway, I'm kinking me dick over something to
Yeah,
piss.
same.
Right, we'll see you in 5. Cheerio! We're back from the fridge.
We didn't all collectively go.
No, you're right. I solitary went to the fridge,
Yeah.
as I have done for the last year and a half.
Well, I've done like 2 or 3 times.
It's the wrong side of the table for
Yeah.
me. I can appreciate that. Right, first beer of the week, Marlon. Now, I'm going to let you pronounce this.
Japan's premium beer, Kirin Ichiban.
Ooh, that was well done. I'm proud of you. Who brought us this beer, Marlon?
This is from Beer Hunter UK.
That was very very matter of fact.
That's where it came from.
This is from Beer Hunter UK, sponsor of this podcast. Thank you ever so much to these guys. As always, I always say anyone who's mad enough to sponsor this deserves the utmost respect from you guys, from us. And if you're going to buy beer, buy it from these fuckers. This is a new beer to their website, is it not?
It is.
We've highly rated the Japanese beers before, so I'm very interested to see how this one goes. If you want to go on to Beer Hunter UK, what code would you use, Marlon?
Use our code, our only code, ITDH.
For 10% off every fucking order you make.
Every single order.
They're the largest craft beer sellers in the UK. They've got over 350 beers on their site.
I mean, that's a lot of beer.
It is an obscene amount of beer. And like we said, they're constantly updating what they do, they're constantly chopping and changing. So it's not stagnant. It's not like you're going to go on there and be like, oh, I've had that one before, don't like that one.
Check back in a few weeks.
Like literally every week there's something different.
Yeah.
Like we're currently, like we said, in talks to sort out our beer crate, but because the beers are changing so often, we're trying to like nail them down to 12 because they're constantly changing stock. So yeah, so right, Marlon, without any further ado, from the finest sponsor of this podcast, could you please marketing bullshit?
Purity is everything. That's why we only use the first press of the very finest ingredients, hence Ichiban, which means first and best. Our unique brewing method and choice of finest ingredients ensures a pure clarity and flavour found nowhere else in the world. It doesn't say it doesn't say like we're going to get citrusy things.
No, there's no description behind it. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so I can't really.
Rona. It's definitely Japanese.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm going to be pretty fucking useless at this beer of the week. I can't really taste too much.
It doesn't taste a fuck all, does it?
I mean, there's a bit of rice in there.
Yeah.
This is like have we actually found like an all day Japanese beer? What percentage is it? Sorry, I didn't.
4.6. Yeah.
Fairly strong then. I can't really taste a lot, so I'm going to be pretty shit at this beer of the week.
It's pretty easy going, isn't it?
Yeah, sessionable.
Yeah.
Sessionable, very sessionable.
There's no citrusy notes.
I mean, I tell you what,
It's just a straight up lager, really.
I've got to give a big shout out to my cousin, who I'm going to see tomorrow. Hence why we're going to be late recording tomorrow. My cousin is leaving for Japan He thinks he's turning Japanese. He thinks he's turning Japanese. He really thinks so. Doodly-doo-doo-doo-doo. He's leaving for Japan on Sunday. So I'll have to ask him when I see him tomorrow what Kirin Ichiban is, because he's obviously done a lot of research into Japanese culture. He might turn around and be like, "Oh yeah, that's like their Foster's." It's nice. I really like it. I mean, I can't really taste too much, but it just tastes like an all day, every day, easy drinking beer. I tell you what, I'd liken this to.
Don't say Foster's.
No, it's it's somewhere there. I can't think. It's like I think it's like a Budweiser.
It's a Japanese Budweiser.
That's what it's like an all day, easy drinking, not light beer, because it's 4.6, which is fairly strong. What are you thinking, Marlon? You're like the Budweiser expert.
I mean, it doesn't taste anything like Budweiser, but it might be the Japanese equivalent. I mean, yeah.
That's a nice.
I could probably drink that nowadays.
It's a nice, easy drinking beer. I'm enjoying it, man. I mean, like I said, taste buds are a little bit lacking on my side of the table here.
Right. So where are we to on the TripAdvisor scale?
I'm going to recuse myself from this because I don't really know. We've got a fair few more in the fridge, so when this like sort of sinus head cold's gone, I will have another one. But I'm going to recuse myself from beer of the week.
I think that's the first time that's ever been done.
There's no point. I don't want to give a false rating. It's like, I don't know. Like holding your nose and drinking something. That's what it's like for me.
Javen, what are you thinking?
Do you know what? For someone who doesn't drink lager, quite like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Quick question. Are you like, I know you say you're not like a beer drink full stop. You ever drink any like real ales or like pale ales or
No.
Never?
Never.
Oh, this is going to be, I tell you what, when the recording's done, we'll give you a little fucking flavour session of some of the shit we got in the fridge from Beer Hunter.
Anything I've tried always tastes the same.
Oh, mate.
We'll blow your mind.
Nah. We've had people in here before that have been like, I'm a cider man through and through. Give them like a really fruity, citrusy pale ale from Beer Hunter, and they'd be like, holy fucking shit. Remember that? What was it? Seven Brothers Honeycomb.
Oh my lord.
It was like drinking a bar of Crunchy. It was the weirdest thing, but it was fucking gorgeous. And like Beavertown neck oil, like I've given that to people before, and they've been like, what? This is fuck cider. This is fucking brilliant.
The Brewdog milkshake.
Yeah, the milkshake IPA. I don't think we've got any of those left, annoyingly, because that was fucking delicious.
No, you drank them all.
I drank them all. Yeah, right.
So where are we to on TripAdvisor?
I would say a 4. Only because I'm surprised at how much I like it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what I would have
And it's something
given
you could drink with food.
Oh, yeah.
Easily drink it.
Yeah,
with food.
definitely.
Or you could drink
pairings.
it whilst watching TV or hot summer's day.
Deadliest catch
An
beer.
all-around
It's
beer.
an all-rounder.
That's sort of what I was getting from it. The little that I
so
got.
I think a solid 4.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I'm at a 4 as well.
4. Awesome. Right. We have another beer, actually,
We do.
from our favourite. One of our, actually not our favourite, because we have 2 Canadian listeners. Mike, we're sorry, but you are joint favourite. Mike Pelosi.
Trucking it old school.
You guys might know him as Trucking It Old School. Hey, Reg. Hey, Marlon. So, Mike has been telling us about this for a long time, that he has the same surname as a Edinburgh brewery called Pelosi. It's from the Edinburgh Beer Factory. It's an unfiltered Hell's Lager. Now, he had this sent to us. Massive shout out. He had us sent down some tubes from their factory up in Edinburgh. I'm really excited to try this, actually. He's been on about it for ages. Going quickly, Marlon, a little bit more if you could, please. Some Martin bullshit.
Eduardo Pelosi, local hero. Our tribute to the Scottish-born father of pop art. Pelosi is lager as a work of art, a 21st century Edinburgh take on a historic Munich style. This beautiful lager beer has a perfect bittersweet balance.
Sorry, so it's not the Pelosi. It's not made by Pelosi. Pelosi is the lager itself, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
No, it's made by the Edinburgh Beer Factory. Well, that's interesting. Pelosi, hasn't it? It must be an Italian name, surely. Hey. But yeah, right, let's see what we think. Unfiltered Hells. So I'm going to pour it into my pint glass because I like an unfiltered beer. It's going to be hazy as fuck. And it is.
Fuck is that?
Oh, Mike. Oh. That is so hazy. Head on it.
That is definitely unfiltered.
Wow. Oh, we got two different reactions on this on each side of the table here. Oh, mate, I can taste that. Fuck me, that must be strong for you cunts. Because I can fucking taste it and I've got no taste.
Hey, I got the back taste of cum.
What the fuck?
It's like a bukkake lager.
Lots of everything in your face at the same time.
Slap my nuts.
Wow.
Oh,
I don't know how I feel about
Oh,
that.
the smell is gorgeous.
Look at the
Beer Hunter, I feel really bad for them, so I'm just
look
Yeah,
at the
but-
colour of
yeah,
it.
but it's that's what it's like because unfiltered, you're getting like a lot of the color. Like when you buy like a pint of lager and the head is white, and like the beer is like sort of like clear amber. Whereas with the unfiltered stuff, you're going to get a lot of that color come through in the head, so it's almost like off whitey, almost beige. I'd say it's a dark amber in color, unfiltered, hazy as fuck. Can't see
like
anything.
honey,
through.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was trying to fucking nail it down. Definitely hints of honey. Do you know what? I'm getting like a little bit of banana. I know that sounds weird. And I know people that have had it before going, what the fuck you on about? It's like honey, banana. It's like all things kind of sweet. I wouldn't say there's any bitterness. Can you taste any bitterness to it or not? This is bitter. It says bittersweet, but I'm not getting any of that.
It hits you in the back of the throat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You taste it in your throat, not on your tongue. It's like,
My throat's fairly inflamed, so I can't really fucking give you that much. But
I don't know.
That's what she said.
mm.
I mean, the more you drink, the better it gets.
There's a lot of things like that, I think. Most of the beers that we have on that are a little bit like, out of the left field.
Yeah.
You got to get into it a bit more.
I mean, I'm not its biggest fan.
Oh, I think it's fucking,
Um,
that is fucking incredible. Beer Hunter, sign this fucking beer for the love of God.
I think I'm at about 3,
I'm 5, man.
Javen.
I'm going to have to go to a 2.
Yeah.
It gets better.
It
but
gets
it's still
better.
shit.
You uncultured swine.
Sorry, that's
Stick to your fucking strong beer, you can. Max,
Sorry, Mike, we love you.
saying that, I might get rid of this fucking head cold and try one like, in a week's time and be like, it's fine. But no, I think that's fucking amazing.
But the tubes they got delivered in,
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong.
fucking gorgeous.
gorgeous,
Like, the
like-
presentation is fantastic.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, no, shout out to you, Mike. I hope you're really enjoying your time over here in the United
I hope
Kingdom.
you like your fucking shirt,
Yeah.
scumbag.
I saw you modelling that. You're looking fire, bruh. Yeah, right. Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate that. Trucking it old school, presenting this with Pelosi beer.
So, at your time working on cars, I also watched you basically build a pizza oven.
Yeah.
It was like a T5 chassis cab.
Oh, the vehicle I towed.
Yeah.
Used it for towing. Yeah.
Turquoise
Yeah.
chassis.
Yeah.
And then you built the pizza oven trailer.
Yeah. So I bought an old 19... You know what? I don't know. You'd probably know more than me. Rice box. When were rice boxes made?
Oh, Christ. That was where the horse box thing came
Late
from.
80s?
Yeah.
You reckon it was?
I think it's even older than that, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe.
I can't say because they had the sort of chrome hubcaps, didn't they? It was all fucking...
They did have, but now they don't.
No.
Now they're just rusty pieces of smelly shit.
I know. Well, look at the amount of people that bar them, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you could... A lot of people now are even buying the Eiffel Williams and barring them.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've got a fucking... In a minute, we're going to have a deal after this is over. I've got a...
Talk to me.
I've got a... I think it's a 505 Eiffel Williams.
That's quite big, isn't it?
What's that in like?
No, it's the one down from the big one they do.
Right.
And probably take a...
Right, you have to remember, nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about.
I know, so I don't care. I think it's horsey people will. Some
Yeah.
horsey people that isn't.
So it's a horse box.
No, it'll take a large pony or a small horse. Not quite. I don't think it's a 17-hander.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like yes or nay.
Yeah,
Where-
I got
where did you go?
one of
Did you
those
feel
up
in a
there.
bit horse?
Fucking just needs a new floor. We'll have a deal.
I'll
But
come and have a look.
yeah, they were all. It was sort of stamped alley, wasn't it? Stamped alley sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Stamped alley. So the one I bought was called a Beaufort Triple.
Triple
So you could fit 2 decent sized horses in the back
and a pony in
and
the
a
front.
pony in the front sideways.
Yeah, that's it.
So it was a big horse box. Converted that into a mobile wood-fired pizza oven.
What can I ask? Where did the idea for this come from? Where was the sort of there's a market for this? It was this when wood-fired pizza was blowing up?
Not really. I've done quite a lot in like the catering industry, working in pubs, and I actually got offered a job
There
at
we go.
Jamie Oliver's restaurant in Newquay.
Really?
Yeah, I applied for an apprenticeship after fucking up Pendennis to
On the
become a
yacht.
chef at Jamie Oliver's restaurant
You
in
will
Newquay.
literally turn your hand to anything, won't
I'll
you?
give it a fucking go. Bullshitted my way in and got offered a job.
Really? You're
Yeah.
like, nah,
I was
fancy
like,
it.
nah, I'm all right. Don't like seafood anyway.
Fell asleep on the counter. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Never forgive you for the turkey twizzlers, you prick.
Yeah.
he is a piece of shit for
Yeah,
that.
he did fuck that right up. Yeah, no, always been interested in food. Love street food. And
Yeah, I love street food.
quirky street food, basically.
Yeah, just like out there shit.
So I was like, do you know what? I've had enough of mechanics for a bit. I'm gonna do something different. So I bought a horse box. Oh, fuck me. This all started because Linda's Loaf in Tutamendip,
Yes.
I was meant to be buying that,
What?
taking the lease on,
What?
and turning that into a wood-fired pizza place. Bit of like a quirky, go and have a drink, but we still do all like local produce. Because it was obviously a newsagents for a long time. So we wanted to keep that kind of thing. So you come and buy a nice loaf of bread or something like
Yeah,
that.
because you live literally around the
I
corner.
used to
from,
live
yeah.
I used to live in Ford in between Lytton and Chewton.
I mean, I know you're on the 13, is it 39 or 38? 39, isn't it?
A39.
The main
What?
road.
Yeah, the main road. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a busy main road. My stepdad talked me into it because he's got a restaurant in Wales.
Oh, does
He buys property in Wales. So he had a restaurant called Wood Fired in Wales. I was like, do you know what? You should do one. I reckon you've got what it takes. You can do it. So we actually went through the same rigmaroles when I did the cafe, and then it all fell through last minute.
Oh, shit.
I ordered the pizza oven, the coffee machine, went on all the courses, done it all, and then the landlord didn't want us to open past 9 o'clock on a Saturday
What?
night.
No,
Yeah, blokes are bad.
it's not
How the
1970
fuck,
Yeah.
anymore.
how the fuck
Yeah.
am I meant to pay
He
rent,
said-
bitch?
The old woman who lives above in the flat,
Oh.
she's a good tenant. We don't want to annoy her. So, yeah, you have to shut by 9 o'clock. And I was like, well, sorry, I'm going to have to resign then. So we backed out of it. And that's when I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it mobile. So that's what sparked it. Yeah, so bought this horse box, kitted it all out. Took me fucking months to do. And started doing that. And we did all right, to be fair. We've done quite a few weddings, food festivals. And it was
I mean,
all right.
It looked the fucking.
Oh, mate,
tits.
I went absolutely balls out. The pizza oven in it weighed well over half a ton.
Jesus.
Yeah, I could fit 6 pizzas in that. It was like one that you put in a restaurant.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
in the front of my horse box. And me being a silly prick who didn't think about it, put it right over the front.
Oh, nice.
I had an axle stand under the front where the hitch is. And when we loaded the oven in with a forklift, I was like, fuck me, I feel like I'm on the piss all of a sudden, like leaning down.
Oh,
Get out, and the A-frame had bent like a banana.
shit.
Yeah,
What?
so I had to weld
Old as fuck, innit?
4x2 box section underneath it, straighten out first and weld
Yeah,
that
yeah.
underneath it just so it'd hold the weight. So yeah, nose weight well over 110 kilograms.
I've seen
Not
people,
not cool. Not cool.
Not cool.
I've
so-
seen
Bit
people
snaky.
do that before where they've bought houses and they've been like, oh, you know what, man? I'm really fancy an upside down house. And they put like a fucking auger on the first floor.
Yeah,
And then they're like, what the fuck? Why is the plasterboard coming down?
I wonder why.
Because you got a ton of fucking cast iron up there, you stupid brick.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Markins over here decided to put it right over the front, fucked it all up.
I think it's all a learning curve. Like you say,
Yeah.
you've never done a horse box build before.
No, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
No, just fucking clay it on
But
in
it
there.
turned
right,
out to
Troy?
be probably one of the nicest looking horse boxes at the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we took that to food festivals, made good money. It was the prep involved in it. So
Yeah.
making of the dough, and then you'd go out,
It's
you would know
labour in-
how much dough to make, how many
labour
ingredients to take
intensive.
with you, and then you've done it all, you go back and you've got a fuck ton to clean up.
Mm.
That's
Why did-
where it's just not worth it.
Why did you not go into bars? Just out of interest. That's what most people are still doing and did do back then was with the bar conversions. Was it the license and that shit that you just...
I just wasn't interested in that.
Really?
I didn't want to serve alcohol. I wanted to create good quality food with local produce. And that was what I was interested in. So that's why I went for pizza, which business minded, you can't turn them over quick enough, even though the oven will cook a pizza in 60 seconds.
Fuck me.
Yeah. It's 500 degrees, mate. So that oven will get to 500 degrees. You imagine in the summer standing next to an oven which is radiating out 500 degrees of heat.
No.
I always get, but the hairs weren't on my arms anymore. Burning the hairs off my arms.
Yeah, fuck that. I watched best food review channel ever on YouTube,
Yeah, yeah.
and Sonny was like doing basically they make some weird bread in Iran or something, and yeah, he was having a go himself. He stuck it in the oven. All the hair's gone from his arms.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's fucking intense. And
I mean, that's hot.
Yeah. And when it's hot already, you're sweating because you're working so hard, and then you've got that just belting at you. So
It doesn't sound.
yeah, it wasn't.
really-
That took the fun out of it.
Yeah.
To be fair, and the fact that like I didn't want to have a generator. I didn't want to have a generator whirring in the background like a burger van. So I put leisure batteries in with an inverter. I spent $2,500 on batteries and an
Oh my
inverter.
god.
It would run itself with the fridge and everything. It would run itself for 3 days off grid.
Would it be fucked?
Yeah, but it was loaded. Like
Yeah, that's
4 big 6-volt batteries. Yeah. And then one day I drove to do a food festival when it was raining, and the spray off the truck, throwing it up against the horse box, because it was that corrugated. Back in the day, they shove wood in those bits which dip in,
Yeah.
but obviously that all rots away.
Yeah.
And I didn't replace it with anything. All the water, it flooded the bottom of the horse box,
Oh,
completely
fuck.
flooded it. And I thought, do you know what? This is just too much fucking effort. So I sold it to an Indian guy in London.
Really?
Yeah.
Then he turned it into a fucking street foodie type
He
job.
carried on using it in London.
Oh, was it sold at going concern like pizza?
Yeah, I
oven?
just sold it. I didn't obviously sell it as a business or anything like that. I just sold it as the pizza oven.
Yeah.
He paid good money for it. That was in lockdown as well. He bought that at the beginning of lockdown.
I know a lot of people that were doing stuff like that in lockdown. My the guy that installed my beer system here during lockdown, because obviously like people weren't having beer systems installed or whatever, he was literally doing like home bars like mine, and he bought I think 2 horse boxes,
Yeah.
like ricers, like
And
you
converted them.
just converted them into
Yeah.
bars. Yeah, I spent like good money on them. I think he was spending like 2,000-3,500 on them and selling them for 10.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I sold mine for. I mean, it probably owed me about 14, I reckon, because I went well overboard with it.
I think that's the thing when
When you're doing it for yourself,
that's it.
Yeah.
You've got,
Yeah.
and you've got
Yeah.
like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do
Yeah.
this forever.
because
I'm
you've got
gonna
no
make it-
intention of selling it.
No,
So you think I'm going to do it once and do it
that's-
properly.
yeah.
Same with the car, innit?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sell this car. I'll
Yeah.
spend any money I want
Do
on it.
everything.
Yeah, but
And
then
even
when
like preventative measures, you'd do that, and you'd be like, what if this, what if that?
well, I won't have to do it for
And
another
before
10
you know it, you've gone so overboard.
That's it. Well, if we do this, I won't have to do it for another 10 years.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then
exactly
you come
that.
to sell it and you're like, oh, well,
Yeah.
no, mate, he hasn't got
And
to
now
do it for
no
another
one
10
values all that.
No.
No.
They're like, here, mate, it's just a horse box with a fucking pizza oven.
No,
in it.
no, I've done this and this and this. So you
Yeah.
never have to do it
So
again.
I don't give
yeah.
a shit.
No, I don't care.
So,
Because
yeah.
I'm probably going to have it for 2 years. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, and I sold that. And then thought, you know what, I'm going to stick at what I know, stuck to cars.
Spanners.
Or
And
telling people what to do with spanners. Let's be realistic.
So, and that's where we're sort of on to now. So
You're a garage owner.
a garage, yeah, I was going to say, is a garage owner? Would you say yourself that?
Yeah, I am a garage owner.
Yeah.
The opportunity came up to take a lease on at a garage, which everyone knows in Wales.
Yeah. We won't.
We won't
No,
go any further
No,
than that.
don't
We
mention
want a
any
dodgy MOT,
that's where you went.
15 Silver Street.
You said
Not me.
All right.
I was going to avoid it.
Just put the keys through the letterbox, £50 under the sun visor.
That's it.
We'll give you a ring when it's done.
Or even just leave
Back
it,
then, not
leave
now.
Leave
Just want to clarify.
Yeah,
That's
leave
not
it-
now. We do not do MOTs.
Or £100. It was done on
Yeah.
the drive. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
£100.
No,
Just
but-
send us your last 6 of the chassis, mileage, and your reg.
Oh, those were the good days.
Uh,
I,
those
ne- I,
days-
do you know
days
what?
have
I
gone
never,
those
I
days.
never had one. I never had one.
Really?
No, I've had some lenient ones in the past, but I've never had one of those.
allegedly, I've always worked in garages, so my shit's always passed.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get
Yeah.
to work or not?
Yeah, exactly that.
So how's that been for you? Was it obviously that's a
So
big
everyone told me
leap,
not to do it. Everyone around me said, do not be a prick.
because I think you're taking on the reputation.
Yeah, you're taking on someone who absolutely fucking ruined it. Do you want to sell cocaine? No. Well, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Because basically that's all it was. But I thought, no, let's just give it a go. What's the worst that can happen, basically? I went
It
for
was kitted out, wasn't it?
No, it was
No-
completely bad. Nothing in it. It looked like a crack dungeon. It was
No
horrendous.
ramps. I thought you.
I had a 4-post. It had the MOT bay in it still. But obviously Vosa took the license away.
I was going to say,
Grandfather rights were gone.
surely.
And it was shit for MOTs anyway. And I built up a decent amount of money. I had a funny couple years, spunked it all, wasted it all, was an idiot. So I started that place 2 years ago. I had $5,000 in my account and a couple assets. That was it. I spoke to my mum. I got my mum to come down because I asked my mum, like, so what do you reckon? She goes, if you want to do it and you think you can do it, then do it. So we spoke to the landlord. Said, yeah, let's do it. He gave me a couple months free rent to tie it all up because it was fucking hanging. And if it wasn't for that decision, I wouldn't be where I am now. It literally, in the past 2 years, taken off more than I'd ever imagine.
I think there's a lot to be said for, you know, taking, I wouldn't say swallowing your pride, but, you know, sort of talking to a person of, you know, years and saying, what do you fucking think of this?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they've fucking seen it all. They've seen it 100 times. As much as you think you know the fucking everything, you know the world, whatever age you are, you think, oh, I fucking know it all now. Like, I'll go to my dad and be like, what do you reckon of this? Or what do you reckon I should do here? And that fucking knowledge is most of the time invaluable.
And you get an unfiltered opinion.
At the end of the day, your mum ain't got no skin in the game.
No.
If you fail, she's going to be sad for you, but...
Yeah, at the end of the day, life will still go on.
Life goes on.
Yeah. She'll go, you silly twat.
Yeah. But
yeah, so I like to ask... I think it's wise to always ask for people's opinions and their input in towards what you're doing, but at the same time, you need to be really careful who you listen to and what advice you take on board.
Some people will want you to fail.
That's what I was going to say.
A lot of people around me have always wanted me to fail. A lot of people spoke badly of me, which I don't think happens so much anymore because I've kind of proven I can. You
can do what you can do.
Yeah, and I've done all right. Without blowing my own trumpet, I've done all right. I haven't done amazing, but we've done all right. We got there. We've been trading 2 years. We went all the way through lockdown.
Yeah,
and survived with and
There's something to say for that.
Yeah, if you can survive through lockdown,
I'm going to say that's the hardest times that probably even our parents can remember. Oh, the 80s were bad with inflation. Like, do you remember when no one had any money for 2 years and wasn't working? And if you can get through that, you can get through fucking anything.
At the same time, the government were throwing money out like the $1 million sticky, weren't they, to be fair?
And we are, at the end of the day, essential.
Yeah. So I could carry on trading all the way through it, and somehow everyone was still needing their cars doing.
Yeah, but I can't work that out because no one should have been driving.
That's what I just don't understand it. It was, I don't know if it's luck or whatever it was, but everyone still needed their cars being fixed. And were coming to me because all the other garages in Wales were closed. At that point of time.
Yeah. I know a lot of people like that.
The first bit of lockdown.
That's what I mean. Some people were like, no, shut the doors.
Unless a couple garages, which were, playing the whole furlough, blah, blah, blah. John, you come to work, I'll carry on paying you, but they were getting furlough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So past 2 years have been good. And then I thought, you know what? Now I feel like I need to move on.
Yeah.
Like expand a little bit.
Expand. I want to be able to do MOTs. I want to go down the electric vehicle route. I want to employ more people.
So how many people have you got working for you at the minute?
So I had 2 working for me. One I took on almost as an apprentice, and he was brilliant, but he wasn't quite ready. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
He started to fuck me off. He might listen to this, he might not, but yeah, he's a prick. But also he's a lovely kid, but he needed to do a bit more learning and the way of the world.
Yeah.
So he got a job at Pro Tire.
Oh.
I taught that boy a lesson.
I think that there's a lot to be said for that. I mean, I've done the same in my experience. I worked somewhere for a long time and I was like, yeah, fucking this, fucking that, like a young boy.
Yeah.
And then
big dick swaying.
I wouldn't say I got fired, but it was very much of the case, go work somewhere else. Go on, you know what? I tell you what, you need a break from here. Go work somewhere else. Won't work somewhere else. Then I worked somewhere else for, I don't know, 18 months, a year. Came back and I was like, you know what? I have a lot more respect for you than I did when I left.
Yeah. Can I come back now, please?
Can I come back, please? It's
and that's where he's at now.
It's a big fucking scary hard world out there, and I realised how fucking good I had it where I was originally.
Exactly that. So he's at that point now, and he will. I know for a fact he will end up coming back and working for me. But I set him that job up. I wouldn't let him lose a job and not have any money. Do you know what I mean? I looked after him. I helped him buy his first car, all the rest of it. And I almost look at him like a bit of a son almost, or a younger brother.
He just needs to learn how the world works.
He needed to learn to stop being a cunt.
How old is he, if you don't mind me asking?
18.
Yeah, well, that goes with it. That comes with.
He was exactly the same as me and you.
We're
all fucking dickheads. We all thought we knew it all.
Yeah.
Do that? No, fuck off. I ain't doing that. But yeah. So at the moment, I've just got one person working for me. He's brilliant. He can run the garage on his own, and that's when I thought, you know what? I'm making money whilst I'm not even at the garage. So why would I not want to do that with another one? And that's where I'm at now, basically.
Hey, I'm sorry. You gonna keep both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't fucking
I'm not getting rid of that one, Dave. That one's fucking spot on.
I didn't fucking know this.
That goes like clockwork. I'm not getting rid of that one.
Oh, well, fuck. fuck?
Yeah, so I'm going to keep that one. Zach will then... Oh, shit. Zach, he works for me. He's going to become the... I don't know, what do you call it?
Workshop manager.
Workshop manager / going to fucking run it. I'll then open this other one, which is already a going concern. So we'll start that one. And I'll go in between the two.
That's fantastic.
So that's where we're at.
So we got Javen's franchise.
Yeah, Mendip Auto Services. Taking another garage on.
I've got one question to ask.
Yeah.
And I know it's probably plagued you for the entire time you've had that garage. Have you learned how to spell Renault yet?
You twat. Fucking bellend.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had to.
Do you know what? That was just when we
I'm
opened.
so sorry. I just had to get it in there.
How did you know about that?
You didn't misspell your
I
fucking
know.
sign, did you?
So my printer sign writer, who's fucking amazing, spelt Renault wrong. So on the front of my garage,
Was it RENOWT or something?
No, it's like
Renault.
It's the
Renualt, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
that's it.
RENAU.
yeah.
No, RENUALT.
I'm sorry. I had to get it in there for the culture.
Fair play. That was a good one. But yeah, but I didn't even fucking notice it.
No, you wouldn't
And
though.
it wasn't until
No, 'cause-
Facebook, everyone was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, new garage opening, can't even spell fucking Renault."
Oh, that's Facebook down
Yeah,
the T,
okay,
isn't
yeah,
it? The old
right.
fucking the community page blowing up.
Yeah.
You're like,
Kens and
fuck's sake.
And it was
Karens
probably the
coming out
same
of all
twats who
corners.
let their dog shit right outside my garage.
Yeah, that's probably the ones.
Probably
Yeah.
the same ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fuck you. Yeah.
Fuck
so,
your life! Bing
What would you
bang.
say has been the hardest thing about, opening a garage, your first one? Or what was the biggest
It's-
learning curve?
Do you know what? There hasn't been any. I know everyone. Yeah, there must have been. There honestly hasn't. It's been fucking plain sailing the whole way.
Touch wood.
Touch words. But the hardest thing is the uncertainty. It's dealing with how much am I going to earn? Am I going to be able to afford the bills? That's always been the other hardest
Yeah.
thing. It's the worry and the mental torture because my phone doesn't stop. Since I've been sat here now, I've probably got 12 messages on my phone.
No way.
Yeah. So it doesn't stop, day or night. I get phone calls at midnight. People inquiring about having their car sorted out.
I don't understand that.
No, I don't understand it. I
That
think
was
it's fucking rude.
That was a thing of
It's a lack of common sense, isn't it? Like, the business hours are from 8 to 6, maybe?
yeah.
Yeah, 8
And-
to 5:30, whatever it is.
I
Yeah.
think the problem is with Facebook.
Yeah.
People just think, oh well, it's Facebook page. There's no one on the end
Yeah.
of it. Yes, there is.
Yeah,
there's
exactly
you.
that.
It's connected to your fucking phone. Like
And
I
they
was
can
saying.
see that the second number is a mobile number.
So they'll ring the mobile number.
So they don't ring the
before-
garage phone.
Yeah.
They know no one's going to be at the garage now.
Oh, but I need now.
But
My car's broken now.
yeah, my car's broke. Or I just want to inquire for a price at fucking 11 o'clock.
Yeah, how much to fit brake pads
Oh,
on the front of
mate.
my LDV, Shag?
Yeah, I get it all the time.
11:30.
Yeah.
When we went on the stag do for the weekend. We went away on when did we go? Went away Friday morning and come back Sunday night. I was speaking to Mule. He said I've got 36 missed calls on my work's phone when he got back into work on Monday.
Yeah.
And I was like, appreciate it. Friday, granted, that's still a working day. Saturday till 1 o'clock, fair enough.
No,
But
don't
when
worry.
they're still racking up on a Sunday, when you should be with your mates or with your kids.
The amount
or-
of times I've been with Mule, my best mate.
Yeah.
I've been with him in here at 11 o'clock at night. I've been out getting him at McDonald's at 9 o'clock at night. He's getting fucking phone calls. I'm like,
Yeah.
do people not respect working hours anymore?
Yeah, no, they don't give a
No.
fuck, mate.
I don't understand it. I just don't
It's
fucking
because they
get
think the
it.
world revolves around
Yeah,
them.
they do, because my car's broken and I need it fixed now.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
And, but-
I will text Marlon saying like, oh, Shag, like, just quick question. I know it's late, but can you just give me, like, Marlon's one of my best mates.
Yeah, if it's your mate, doesn't matter, doesn't it?
No,
But if
that's
it's
it.
someone you don't even know,
no, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
what the fuck is that about?
That's it. I'm not going to message. I think Amazon Prime maybe has played into this culture a little
I think
bit
this-
because
absolutely,
next day,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Order up until 12 o'clock and it'll be with you
Yeah.
next day.
Be there in the morning almost.
I'm not fucking Amazon Prime. I'm a
No.
bloke trying to earn a fucking living,
Yeah.
and I've got a fucking wife and I've got kids. You know, fuck off. Like, I'm trying to run a business. Don't get me wrong. I do want your business, but I don't want your fucking phone call at
And the
11
worst
o'clock
bit
at
is when
night.
they get shirty about it. And then they text you after. They try ringing you twice. And I thought, you know what? I'm not answering on Sunday.
no.
No, I
I mean,
don't
I'm having
blame
a
you.
Sunday
I
roast
don't
and my
fucking
phone's
blame
gone
you.
off 3 times from the same number as if it's a fucking emergency. And I always check. I always go on there and then send message and see if I've ever like spoke to him before. Never spoke to him before. And they're like, tried ringing you 3 times, but no answer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, mate.
I wonder why.
It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Try ringing you,
Yeah.
no answer.
Why don't you
yeah.
try ringing the fucking AA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's probably because they're not fucking signed up to AA, and AA want to charge them 100.
Yeah, and they're the ones who always say, "Oh, yeah, can you get on and do that? But I can't afford it this month. Can I pay you half now, half next month?"
No,
Not how it works,
go in the Tesco and ask them.
And
that.
I guarantee they'd be a first time customer as well, won't they?
Yeah, first time
Yeah,
customer.
it's not like some bloke you've had on the book, add on the books.
And
for
do you know
12
what? To
months.
begin with, I used to do it.
Yeah, because you're trying to.
I
build
even
a
have a
fucking-
bloke in a wheelchair turning up saying, I need it to get to work. I need this and that. I did 500 quid's worth of work on tick, and that prick still owes me 500 quid now, and that's been
No.
a year and 8 or 9 months.
because when you
And
started
I
out,
texted him saying, "You're taking the piss now," and he had the audacity to come back to me and say, "You better watch who you're talking to, mate.
what are you going to do? Roll over
Yeah,
your
what-
toes,
yeah,
mate?
what are you gonna do?
Oh,
Chase me down the road, you fat prick."
You're the one that owes me a money, you cunt.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're trying to build a customer base at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so at the
and
time, you got to take everything that
you
comes to
take
you.
anything. You'll fucking work for peanuts.
That's
You'll,
unbelievable.
you'll price a job. Like, I mean, I was speaking to who you work for, Marlon. I remember speaking to him back along saying, "But me, you remember when you did? Oh, they did head gaskets on my P38 4.6. Did head gaskets. Both heads skimmed. One of the manifolds was warped, and possibly something else as well. Charged me 600 quid, all in." And he was like,
Really?
"But
That's not even for one head. That's for fucking two.
yeah, it's two heads.
It's a double whammy, isn't it?
Yeah, 600 quid." And I was like, "That's what you charged me." And he was like, "Yeah, I tell you why that was." I was like, "Why is that?" "It's because we wanted your fucking business." Fucking worked, didn't it? I've been with them ever since because they'd sort of been right out. All I want to do was get the head gaskets done and sell the car. And I told them that, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll fucking sort you out. Better make a fucking penny on it." But it's, thinking down the line,
Yeah.
exactly the same as you.
Yeah, exactly that.
it's kind of what you have
And
to
it's
do.
going that
as-
extra mile, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what I always
You're
try to
thinking
do.
12 months ahead.
And make people feel like almost a little bit special.
Yeah, thinking like you're the only bloke that I'll do work. I do work
Yeah.
for. You are front of the fucking queue, and that's all that matters to people. People want to be made to feel special,
Yeah,
especially
and
when
their customs valued.
exactly,
almost.
especially
Yeah.
when they're in a vulnerable position when their car's broken.
Yeah, but you can take it too far.
Of course
I do
you-
it all the time. I take it too far. A woman the other day rung me up. "Can you do a breakdown? My car won't start." Turns out it was a alternator. She's crying because her mum's just died. She's got no money. She hasn't got a job. And then I've made it my problem.
Yeah,
However horrible that situation is, that's still not my problem.
No,
I'm trying to run a business. I've got kids to pay for. I've got bills to pay for. But I've got the issue where I still let those problems become mine. I'm like, "Do you know what? Take my courtesy car. You can have it for a week free of charge. Just use it. I'll do your alternator. I'll charge you cost price on the alternator, and I'll charge you 40 quid for fitting it." I'm going to make 40 quid out of that job. But she's had all of that
for nothing.
for nothing.
Yeah.
I've had to pay for that. The only person who's paid for that is me. I'm paying for a stranger because I feel bad on their situation,
Yeah,
which is being a nice human.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
we all, it's
Paying
good to do
forward,
it.
karma wise.
Yeah. And it makes me feel good that I'm trying to help people, but at the same time,
It's not going to pay
it's
your
not
bills.
working because I'm filling my garage with fucking charity cases.
That's-
It's not a charity.
That's the problem. You run a business, not a
Yeah.
fucking charity.
Yeah, exactly that. But it's a fine line.
I was just about to say, it's a fucking fine line. You've got to be, have some sort of a conscience, but you can't take on every fucking sob
No.
story.
No, exactly that. You've got to be a little bit thick-skinned when it comes
Hey,
to running
and-
a business.
Half of them ain't real.
No,
No.
you don't know what's real, what's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, they could be just bullshitting you, couldn't they? So,
completely.
yeah, it's a funny old trade of being mechanics. You're not appreciated.
Nope.
And
We're
yeah.
always the first ones to be shouted at.
yeah,
Bearing in mind, we didn't buy the car, we didn't design it,
No.
engineer it.
no,
I'm not the one that's
Put it
charging
together.
fucking 800 quid for a fuel pump, love.
no.
Yeah, no.
I'm
we-
sorry. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting charged fucking, 700. I've got to make money on parts. I've got to make money on labour. I'm
Yeah.
in business as well. I love it when people say, they're like, "Oh, fucking hell, I got that price somewhere else." And I'm like, yes, of course you did. Of course you did. Because matey doesn't own a fucking garage. He hasn't got to pay fucking rent. He hasn't got to pay fucking staff. He's some
Exactly.
fucking asshole that comes round to your driveway with
Yeah.
with a vague
Yeah,
idea. of how
mobile
this-
mechanics.
Oh.
They're the fucking worst.
Don't. I mean, I won't speak too illy
No,
about
because that's how Mule started, and he did a
Exactly.
fucking brilliant job.
Yeah.
And it's not anyone I know would say a bad word about him.
No,
because
there
he did
isn't.
a fucking cracking job. But even he doesn't do mobile mechanics anymore.
no,
because
because
he knows
he's
his fucking shit.
Well, he's done with. Do you know what I told him? I know he's going to listen to this. I reckon I told him 12 months before he sold his van. You'd pat this in, mate.
Yeah.
I said you cannot be. I remember he did 2 winters on the floor, no ramp,
Fuck that.
no nothing.
There's
But
no money in the world that would make me want to do that.
I, know,
honestly.
I can understand that, but
Yeah.
that's how he's got to where
but now
he
he's
is.
got his garage.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go back.
No, of course
That's
not.
the thing. And
No
if he was
one
here
would.
now, he would agree. He would say, "Would I fuck? I would not do that again if you paid
No.
me 3 times what I'd normally want." It's
But-
just not worth it.
That was it. He's people asking for call outs now.
Yeah.
And he's saying no.
And it's the people you deal with. It's the certain people who want people to come to their house. Normally the fucking useless lazy fucks who can't get their car to a garage.
I'm like, yeah, but I'm sorry. You've let it go to a state where it's now undrivable.
Yeah, it's undrivable because you've had to go yourself.
Yeah,
Stripped it all apart. There's shit everywhere.
Oh, the stories I've heard about that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. You got these like Facebook mechanics, haven't you? You know the ones.
Yeah, Facebook mechanics, literally that.
No qualifications, no insurance.
Have you looked at some of the fucking forums recently?
I haven't been on forums in years.
It's mind blowing how shagnuts like you has watched a YouTube video and now knows everything.
I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, they're warriors, though, weren't they? On the front?
It's mind blowing.
I've always said I'm a have-a-go hero. I would never work on anyone else's car that isn't either mine or my old man's. Like, because that's down to me, innit? But like, I just don't understand people that like watch a YouTube video. Yeah, no, I know how to fucking change an alternator on a Rover V8. Nah, I know how to do it on mine. I don't know how to do it on mate's.
No, that's it.
To be fair, though, that's how I started. I ain't got a qualification as my name.
No, you haven't. I know a lot of people that haven't.
No.
But
I know what you're saying. At the same time, you've got people who've got...
There's a difference between people like yourself who haven't got a qualification but have spent the time.
the amount of time I invested into it was tenfold to what I do at college.
A piece of paper doesn't always mean everything. A piece of paper in some people's cases can mean fuck all because they have no experience. You have the experience.
Yeah. But I wouldn't call myself a mechanic. Someone said, "What are you?" I'd say, "I do business now." That's what.
I'm a businessman doing business things.
Yeah. I'm not a mechanic anymore. But I at the same time, I still am. I know where my roots are. That's how I got to where I am, and I still love it. But
just
I focus now because of having kids, having a girlfriend, having a house. I've got to create enough money to maintain my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I can't do that by just working on spanners anymore.
No, I can understand that.
Which brings us on to our next point. What did you pull up in?
I did arrive today in a Tesla.
So you are quite an electric car fanatic?
I wasn't until I had a Nissan Navara under warranty still, and I dropped it off because it was broken, and they gave me an electric car. And it was a Nissan Leaf. And it was the bottom of the range Nissan Leaf. And I drove it and I thought, fuck me, this thing's actually pretty good. It was fast, it handled well, and this was a shitty Nissan Leaf. So then I thought, well, if this is that good, how could something like a Tesla or, something of the same kind of category? And then I mentioned it to Gemma and she started looking and then she messaged me going, oh yeah, I found one real close. It's just down the road and it happens to be a really good price. I was like, well, we'll go and have a look. And we'll test drive it.
And you came home with it, didn't you?
And end up buying it there and then.
Have you ever looked at a car and not come home with it?
No, probably not. I'm so impulsive, mate. I'm very good at earning money, but I'm also fucking terrible when it comes to holding it. I spend it like it's water.
Yeah, hole in your fucking pocket, as my mother would say.
But the thing about it is I walked into the showroom and I don't dress up. I look like a tramp all the time.
Yeah.
So I walk into this place and they look at me and I was with my little boy and they didn't even acknowledge me. And 10 minutes went by and I thought, are they going to fucking say hello? Like I made an appointment there. I walk up and go,
made an appointment?
I made an appointment to go and see it. You can't just turn up. You've got to make an appointment. So I made an appointment and they were just staring at me like, what is this fucking tramp doing? Like, no job's going. So I walk up to him and go, oh yeah, come to see the car? He's like, yeah, what car? I was like, the Tesla at 10 o'clock. Javen Tonkin made an appointment like a week ago. Oh, and then his tone changed straight away. How are you shaking my hand, trying to suck me off?
Fucking
get the fuck off me. Look around it, and they started belittling me. He was full of shit. He didn't know what he was selling. I'd done the research before. I knew what it was about. I knew what the range was. I knew how much it cost to put a charger in at home, all the rest of it. And he was just making it up as he went along. He wasn't fucking interested.
How much the battery?
And he was looking at me going, you've turned up in an Audi A4. It's only because I made my partner drive around in an Audi A4 I bought off Copart.
Fairly class.
But she wanted, it was her choice, but I thought, made your bed, so be it. I was like, yeah, I want to part exchange that. And he looks out the window, he was like, fucking peasant. It was literally like 09 plate Audi. Nice car. I thought, do you know what? You're being such a prick. I'm just going to fucking buy it just to make you look like an absolute idiot. So I was like, yeah, do the deal, whatever. And bought it. So. And do you know what?
Swinging.
Yeah, and this was I think it's the third time I've used it.
Really?
She has it. She's got the kid seats. It's just a bit fucking baby cart.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
How you find it then?
It's wicked.
You love it?
Yeah, it's good.
Got a big tablet
mechanic,
in it.
I'm well into my petrol cars. I've got petrol cars, which I love. Never thought I'd like EVs, but
No, same as me, mate.
Yeah.
As time goes on, I am liking EVs more and more.
it's cheap to run. No tax.
Yeah.
All you've got to do is buy it. That's the initial bit. And they are fucking expensive. They're
Yeah.
overpriced. But they are good. Once you bought it, I don't get phone calls going, Eric, can you put some money in my account? I've run out of, I need some fuel. Don't get
No.
that anymore. But I still get moaned at. She says the lead isn't long enough and your van's in the way at home.
Oh,
So
fucking
you
hell.
move your van so I can put my car to the garage and then plug it in.
You ain't got, I'm assuming you got a 3-phase charger.
No, we're literally 3-pin.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like caravan
Do
plug.
you get enough?
No, not even that, mate. It literally is a 3-pin plug.
3-pin
Plug into the fucking
adapter.
wall.
Yeah.
Ah, right,
'Cause
okay.
the ones you get like at Tesco.
It takes
are like
19 hours to charge.
Because the ones
It's
you
a
get,
little bit inconvenient.
the ones you
A
get
little
like
bit.
Tesco's and shit, they're 3-phase. So they'll
But even they're not that fast. The only ones which are good,
the supercharging
Tesla
stations.
superchargers.
Tesla superchargers.
Yeah, because that's right. Sorry, they're 3-phase.
they're fucking
They're like,
mental.
What?
150
Yeah.
The
kilowatt.
fucking the
Yeah.
fucking
The cores
cable.
on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I get scared plugging it in thinking, this is going to zap me. This is like high-powered shit.
I'm looking at them with the bulk croppers, thinking copper is at an all-time high at $5,000 a ton.
Oh, mate,
I'm
the
taking
copper and that.
cunt
Yeah,
on.
that is, yeah,
Yeah,
it's worth
you
ripping out
cut
the
that,
floor.
you'll blow up.
Yeah, there'll be
Bada
nothing
bing,
left.
bada
Worth
boom.
it. Worth it.
But yeah, charge it up in 15 minutes.
Well, they'll only peak to 80%.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can adjust it.
Yeah, so
So in the
so,
car,
like,
you've got-
you
you
don't
can
have to-
slide it so I want it to be. If you want it to be 100%, they don't recommend it because it reduces battery life.
Yeah.
So I set it to like, I thought, 98 will do them. Probably not the right thing to do. It's under warranty. If it fucks up, Tesla will pay for it, wouldn't they?
is it? Is it
Yeah.
under warranty?
Yeah, it's under warranty for the next 3 years and then 7 years on the other bits.
Fucking hell.
Didn't really look into it that much.
how old is
again.
it?
2020.
Jesus Christ.
So they got like 5-year warranty on.
7-year warranty on the majority of it.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, 3 years warranty on like the other bits. But the batteries have got a 7-year warranty.
Did
So-
they be fucked?
I'm not going to own it in 7 years' time anyway, so that's why I fuck the batteries, isn't it?
Hey, you got a good point.
Just give them
Yeah.
100% the whole time.
I think the ideal percentage for a battery is 50%, isn't it?
Something like that.
Phone, car,
yeah,
whatever.
they've all got a memory, haven't they?
Yeah,
So
well, it's no, they don't have memories anymore.
They
That's
not?
long since gone. That was back in the days of NICAD.
was that NICAD that used to do that?
Yes,
Oh, I thought it had a
that's-
memory.
No, it's lithium ion. You want to keep it like if you have like the new iPhones, you can set them so they stay at 50% all night when you're charging them,
Yeah.
and in the last like couple minutes or couple like 40 minutes, it will blow it up to 100%.
Right.
Because keeping things at 100% is not
It's not good.
No, it's not good.
And they also say don't just keep topping it up all the time.
No.
don't they?
That's you should let it
Run
go
it- yeah,
all
run
the
it
way up.
down.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
don't take it from 100 to 0. You should be taking it from like 80 to
80
20,
to 20.
80 to 20.
Yeah.
or 70
Yeah.
to 30.
And
You
never
should-
take like a
Yeah.
electric car below 20%.
Yeah, that's
Fuck me, that thing's always on the red.
oh, fuck.
I took it to Northampton on my MOT course the other day, and it says 260 mile range.
Yeah.
And I messaged Gemma, I was like, this car's fucking shit. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, I can't get any more than 120 miles out of it. She goes, well, how fast have you been driving? I was like, well, allegedly, like 100, 120. She goes, well, what do you expect?
What do you expect?
You got the lights on, you got the heaters on, you got the music blaring. You're probably playing the fucking karaoke game in it, because it does karaoke and you can sing, and it's,
Oh my fucking
it's a
Christ.
good laugh.
Don't tell me that. I'll buy one tomorrow.
Honestly, it's fucking amazing. It literally does.
I
karaoke.
am.
I know you've been on about one for a
Mate,
while.
get one. Do it. It's once you
I-
bought it,
I
Chief,
think-
that's it.
the thing is, Chief will treat it like a piece of shit.
I've been looking at a Honda
So does
E.
she. You should see the stuff in the back of it. Fucking horrendous.
I really want a Honda E.
Oh, what the ones with the little round headlights?
Aren't they just the most
Oh my
fucking...
god.
Have you seen the interior of them?
Yeah, they're quirky as
They
fuck.
look like remember the Sony Trinitron and Trinitron? It's all like wood.
yeah,
Oh, they're fucking.
and screens all
Yes,
the way. And then
yes.
you got instead of having side mirrors,
yeah,
you've
just
got little cameras.
screens.
Yeah,
just
tiny
little screens in the quarter lights.
No, that fucked me off.
Oh, mate,
I've got
but
Avara.
I've been trying to justify one for her.
Mate, the
but
reviews are shit.
I know.
That's the disappointing thing because I would have
There's
one
no
tomorrow.
range. They're
Yeah.
like 40 grand.
Yeah.
They're no bigger than a Lupo.
Yeah,
And I'm trying to.
completely wank, but they look cool as fuck.
They're just fucking. It's the most retro car I've
Yeah.
ever seen. I'm trying to justify one for her,
Buy
but
a Tesla.
I just can't do it. She's got a C1 that's like 50,000 miles in. It's cost her like £250 in the last 5 years.
Tires. brakes.
Yeah, tyres and brakes. Literally.
Some oil.
And she just,
probably.
yeah, you've got it, just puts the oil in.
Two-stroke.
Yeah.
Puts oil in when the light comes on.
That's the one.
She takes a left-hander a little bit hard and the light comes on. Yeah, right, here we go. So you've also got, I don't really know how to say this, but you've kind of got one of my dream vehicles and it really haunts me.
F3 Nifty.
What, my 350 Super Duty? Mate, fucking what
you probably listened to the podcast where I was going to go over to America. I was going to get an F250. I was hyped for it. I got a Tahoe. Don't get me wrong, fucking Tahoe, best vehicle I've ever driven. Full stop. Don't care.
Yeah.
Big fucking thundering V8, massive vehicle.
Yeah.
I wanted a 250 so bad, but you've got a 350, which is the Super Duty, but it's not a dually.
It is a dually.
It is a dually. Oh, fucking get out.
And it's extra long as well. So it's the longest wheelbase you can get.
So when did it come into the country?
A long time ago.
A long time
ago. And a friend who owns a concrete pumping business bought it. With a,
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and it was, did you see the trailer?
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, so I bought it with the trailer.
Oh, my.
So spur of the moment, drove over there. I was like, I want it. As soon as I saw it, I bought a Range Rover, a Vogue off him a couple of weeks before for Gemma for her birthday. So yeah, so we bought that and I said, if you ever sell that truck, that's the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen. Big diesel V8, 7.3.
Nothing like a bit of fucking Detroit muscle.
With straight pipes on it. Toggle maps, put it into the sixth top map, and that's just Smoky Boy. Like, smoke cyclists out. They won't know where the fuck they are. I was like, yeah, ring me. And he literally, lo and behold, he rung me a couple of weeks later saying, yeah, if you want it, you can have it with the trailer as well. And I've towed trailers for a long time. I'm good at towing fucking trailers. Small ones. This thing's 40 foot long. So it's like a fucking Arctic, no, mate. So the trailer with the truck, it's just got a fifth wheel on the back of it. It's not even a gooseneck. It's a fifth wheel, and there's just a pin. It's just like an Arctic trailer. So anyway, I turned up at this concrete yard to buy it in Avonmouth, and hitched it up, and he goes, you need to concentrate. This isn't like towing a normal trailer, because this cuts in on you.
Yeah.
His dad just had all new fences put up around his concrete yard. And I was talking to him like, yeah, this is all right, isn't it? I turned in too far and I literally took all his fence out. Brand new fence with the side of the trailer.
And you were on and gone.
I was like, yeah, cool, right, thanks for that, Sam. I'll see you later, mate. And drove back, sold the trailer on the way home to an American car specialist. He specialised in working on that sort of stuff. He
because
the trailer.
They love that shit,
They love it, yeah. He likes American stuff.
Anything goose.
He's a Hells Angels as well. He's into the Hells Angels, but actually in the Hells Angels.
Right.
So I saw him. He bought the trailer, and then the next day he bought the truck off me. Because I can't say no
to a good deal.
If I got profit in it, so
it's gone.
Yeah,
everything's for sale for the right price.
Spent a good bit of money on it, and a year went by, and I thought I really missed that truck. It was pretty fucking cool. So I bought it back off him. Got it all sign written. And I've only recently sold it, which I really regret doing because it was fucking cool.
Oh, you'll buy it back again?
No, I won't. It's gone to some hillbilly up north. Yeah, but oh my god, what a vehicle!
Don't let me ask him. What'd you get rid of it for, roughly?
I lost 5. This is the first time I've lost money on a vehicle in fuck knows how long. I lost $5,000 on that. I paid 15 for it when I bought it back off him. I said I'll give you 15 grand for it because I love it. This was like part overhead, and I sold it for 10. So I couldn't sell it to anyone because no one wants it. Because no one's a twat. Who the fuck's going to want something that big? All right, apart from you.
Honestly, if you rang me, what did it do to the gallon? 12?
Oh, if that. It cost me 260 quid to fill it up.
Oh my god!
And I'd get 300 miles.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have bought it. Drive.
It was horrendous.
Don't get me wrong. I'm keen for a fucking low mile per galloner, but that is.
And I was using that as my main recovery truck. So I was using that with a trailer on the back, a normal trailer, not the big thing.
Yeah,
that's obscene.
And I was like, I'm not making any money when I do these recoveries.
Where's all the money going?
What the fuck is going on? And it was me being a fat cunt and ordering like Pizza Express at Fleet on the way home, and the thing doing like 7 miles to the gallon. So yeah,
I've been eyeing up. I've been trying to justify to myself buying an F250.
Get an F250 or get an F150.
Nah, not interested. Got to have a diesel.
True.
Yeah,
why you got to have? You do no fucking miles.
I got to have a 6.
Yeah, mate.
That's the best part.
I don't power
do
stroke.
Yeah,
I don't like the Cummins engines are amazing.
No.
But it's got to be a V8 power stroke.
6.7.
Yeah, but
the 6.7s were unreliable though.
What year? I'm talking like 2017.
DPF.
All right, a little bit different, but still, they're still riddled with their issues. Because I used to watch as soon as I got it, I thought I was a redneck. I started listening to
Yeah.
country and western.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking
Yeah.
love country and western.
So do I, mate. I went to see a newer band, the White Buffalo.
No,
You must have heard. Is it
I've
Sons of
heard-
Anarchy?
I've
Yeah.
heard, yeah, I've heard.
Sons of
them.
Anarchy.
They covered
The
a lot of older
soundtrack.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
I went to go and watch them in Bristol the other day. Fucking amazing. That's the first time I got pissed up and I chundered everywhere on the way home in the
Chundered?
Tesla. And I was so pissed. You know, like in between the door and the window, there's the gap, isn't there?
Yeah.
I was sick and I was just going, oh, and just being sick down the inside of the door. So the car is still full to the fucking brim inside of fucking sick.
Well,
But,
surely you'd be alright. The panel gaps on them
Mate,
cunts.
the
they
build
just drain
quality
out
of a
the bottom.
Tesla is wank.
Well, it's gonna be. It's a new. It's car,
horrendous.
isn't it? Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend one. But
But Daddy Elon says they're so good.
Hey, big,
mate,
big Daddy Elon's buying Twitter.
he
Don't
needs to
diss him.
focus on taking over the world, not fucking buying cars, like building cars,
Yeah.
because his build quality is wank.
All right.
It's
We
like a
got,
Vauxhall Corsa.
we got some Discord questions from the boys on Discord for yourself. First few are coming in from Fox Red Bob. What is the worst type of customer you get in?
The older generation in wheelchairs. 'Cause they don't fucking pay.
Don't pay their fucking bills.
Yeah. And then threaten me when I ask for the money. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
definitely
you know,
worse.
I'm talking to.
I
Yeah.
can't believe they're the brass to ask for that.
You
Say that
talking
as
to
well.
You talking to me?
Think I'm funny like a fucking clown? How do you think I'm funny?
Right, next one again. Fox Red Bob. What car makes you want to take a match to it every time you see it?
Minis.
Yes.
What,
The Mini engine
the
is
BMW Mini?
absolutely terrible.
The BMW Mini.
Yeah.
The 1.6 and the 1.6
So the supercharged ones are all right. The R53s, R56, 1600 turbo. They're saying they put them in the DS3s.
Yeah, it's a French engine, isn't it?
Yeah, worst engine ever.
Really?
Yeah, they crack ringlands. They're just shit. Heads.
I had one crack a head once, and it was pissing coolant up through.
And the heads wear, and then they lose oil pressure. So when they get hot, you get the oil pressure light come on.
Yeah.
They're just shit.
Yeah.
They're wank. Don't work on them anymore.
What is the best and worst car? Best and worst car you've ever worked on?
Best car? Probably my RX-7.
You still got that?
Yeah, I've just finished single turbo in it.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
really
just been
start
mapped.
it.
Yeah.
That's got to be. You still got a Starlet?
Yeah, still got a Starlet.
That's probably the longest car.
I've had
Longest
that
time,
8 years now.
longest
Starlet.
time you've ever owned a car, isn't it?
Yeah, my Starlet. Still got
RX-7
that.
will be just under second.
No, I've had that. This isn't. I've had 3 RX-7s.
Okay, wrong RX-7 then.
Yeah, this is my latest one. I bought it a year ago.
Yeah, not the same one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, no, not the same one. No, this RX-7. Now I've only had a year, but I've just done a single turbo conversion and made it fast as fuck. It's just wicked.
Any idea what sort of power that's
About
pushing?
400. But
Yeah.
400 in a rotary is about
fantastic.
600 in a piston
Yeah.
engine.
That's scary.
And the
power.
sound as well.
Oh, mate.
Who did the single on that?
Me.
You did.
Yeah, I didn't map it or anything. And I had a friend who knows what he's doing. He helped me a lot.
If you had it, was it what port is it? Street ported?
No,
Or?
standard ports.
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, still on standard ports.
So it's not going blah blah blah
No,
blah
that's
blah.
only on bridge ports.
Yeah, I do love a Bridgeport.
Yeah. But
I've-
when it blows up, because it will happen,
Yes,
I
of
will.
course.
Then we'll do a port on it and then push for a little bit more.
Very excited.
But yeah, brilliant car.
All right, Marlon, next one.
Fox Red Bob again. What's the most you've spent on the rape van in one hit?
Fuck. Gary McCready. Have you got Gary McCready?
No.
Have you not? He's a rapist. Probably 14 grand.
Fuck, what did you buy?
In fucking,
And that was spur of the moment.
did you buy a
I
ram?
walked on there thinking, oh, do you know what? My 17 spanner's gone missing. I'm going to get that replaced. And I ended up spending 14 grand. That was the other day, actually.
On what?
I bought a new toolbox.
Oh my god, that's 6 grand.
Diagnostics. Yeah, no, he did me a good deal. Well, he told me to do a
Yeah,
good deal. It's
yeah.
probably a
They,
shit deal.
do you know,
but-
they always do a good
Yeah,
deal. Everyone
yeah.
tells me.
And it's the best toolbox in the world, so you want to trade it in? He's like, actually, mate, that's fucking old. It's
yeah,
wank.
well, to be fair,
Hang on a minute,
there's
it's only
quite-
6 months
There's
old.
quite a few of those out there.
Yeah,
Quite a few of them
yeah,
knocking
common
around.
classic 76. Yeah, but that was, you told me they were like the timeless classic back there. Yeah, you're right.
It's an anniversary.
yeah, it's really special. Not so special now, is it? Yeah. And then I had to obviously buy the bits for the new garage in the MOT centre.
yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely the most.
Yeah.
That doesn't really class as tools, does it?
Oh, that's the most
But
you
they still
spent?
do it on credit, and they'll still rape you for it.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the APR on that?
Right. So for me, I don't know what the APR is. So I didn't look into. I just said fuck off. So for, the brake rollers are
That's
11.
where he makes all his money, you bastard.
Yeah, exactly. 11 grand for the brake rollers for the new ones,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Yeah, you can pay monthly." And it was like 800 and something a month. It worked out. I paid about 19.
And you can eat a dick as well.
Yeah. I said, you can literally get back in your van and fuck off. I said, just send me the invoice and I'll finance it my own way.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine, I won't say who it was, he had about 3 or 4 grand on tick with the Snap-on man.
Yeah.
And he came in just to like, oh yeah, how you doing? Need any more bits? And he was like, yeah, I want to set up my account. He was like, that was the angriest I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
That's how they make their money. It's like all things.
Yeah, that's it.
But they'll never let on to that.
No, of course they
And
won't.
I've never even got mine to admit. And I spent a lot of money with mine because I'm terrible for
He said he was
That's
sure
armor.
he was you could tell he was angry, but he never was like, oh fucking hell.
Yeah, he'd be like, and he'd be like, yeah, all right.
yeah,
But at the same time, he'd be banging his keys.
Yeah.
Like,
well, at the end of the day, that's how they make their money, isn't it?
yeah,
You know?
which is fair enough. It's
Everyone's in business.
his
I went
career
on the
choice,
van
though,
this
innit?
morning because I had lost my radiator pick. Have you got one of those?
A radiator pick?
Yeah.
What, for your radiator hoses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What,
Like the
how-
big burly ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Lost
somebody
it.
like talk me through this?
Right. So you got a nice big like screwdriver handle,
Mm-hmm.
goes down about 6 inches,
Yeah.
and then it kinks back on itself and comes down in 45 degrees.
Have you not got the set?
No.
So I've got the set off, Gary. So there's all different shapes. So you've got one like that, and then you got one going off on like a 45, and it just stays on a 45. So you've basically got a set of 6.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
they did that.
But
Well,
yeah.
I lost it, and like that's something I use every single fucking day, so
Yeah.
I can't live without it. So I was like, "Have you got one of these? And can you calibrate this?" And I broke this, and he was like, "Well, how do you want to pay for it?" I was like, "Is there nothing on my account?" He's like, "There's nothing on your account." I was like,
Oh, happy
What?
day.
Your account's empty.
"Empty."
Mate, I can't remember the last time my account
And
was
he's like,
empty.
"Right, so we're gonna put that on tick?" I was like, "No, we'll just pay for it. There's nothing on the account. Just pay for it. Just pay for it." And he was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, I worked out how much I spend with Snap-on a month. So I pay my Snap-on guy 150. I do a card payment of £150 a week. I know I've also got my 2 finances as well.
Yeah.
From just being a spur of the moment twat. I worked out I spend £900 a month.
Holy
Snap-on bills.
Jesus.
shit.
Hopefully my partner won't listen to this, but yeah, that's what I spend, £900 a
Allegedly.
month. Allegedly, £900 a month.
That is more than my mortgage.
And I wonder why my fucking business account always gets drained. This shit like
Where's
that
it
really
going?
fucks it up.
You got to
So-
speak to the Matt Man drive.
No, he's a cunt.
Mate, he's a twat. But I do like matte boxes.
Yeah, I
I've
was
got-
going to say,
Nah,
Matt shit's good,
yeah,
good
I like-
stuff.
Yeah, my toolbox is
I mean,
Matt.
like, your hand
Yeah.
tools snap on.
you should see the size of my box now. It is massive.
Fucking Arcades cunts.
Oh.
I'm getting my base sorted at my shed. And I'm going to have like a full fucking corner unit with cabinets and a fucking pin board and everything. It's all sorted.
Yeah, all
And just-
SGS, brushed stainless.
fucking
Yeah.
SGS.
Do you know what though,
the
mate? That's
fuck?
not bad quality stuff.
I've got an SGS 72-inch box. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
And it does the job, doesn't it?
Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't wheel the come around the workshop. I wouldn't
No.
open all the fucking drawers on it because
No,
it'd
you
tip
wouldn't
over.
show all
It
your
will
mates, 'cause
tip
they'll take
over
the
as
piss,
corned
but-
beef.
Do you know what it does? The fucking job.
Yeah, exactly that. And I wish I was more like that, don't you?
But no, I get it. Yeah, but I get
No.
it. Like, I don't need
No.
2 fucking Range Rovers. I can have 2 C1s. I can have 1 C1, but I
Yeah.
don't want it because
Yeah.
I like fancy shit. And that's just who I am.
I
Like,
lo-
It makes
like-
your job more fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, I
yeah,
love my toolbox.
Yeah, I do
absolutely.
as well.
I absolutely
I've
understand it.
invested my life into that.
Yeah,
You open a drawer, and it's just like jewelry.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it. Don't
Yeah.
take it away. I'm not taking
yeah.
it away from
It's
you.
what makes your job fun, I think. Without that, your job would be shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you had like shit Halford's tools,
Yeah.
Draper,
I-
fucking all that
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
I'm running on fucking Draper and
No,
Sealy
couldn't
crap.
But it all does do the same job
It does, yeah.
to an extent.
yeah, of course it does.
And Snap-on diagnostic machines are shit.
Yes, they are. They are absolute fucking.
But they
litter.
tell you they're the best thing in the world.
No,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
get an
That's 'cause they
just
don't
get an
use them.
Autel.
Autel for the win.
Autel and get
Autel,
and be
all the
done with
way.
it.
Yeah,
Get your
Autel.
908 out.
It's all it's Chinese
Yeah.
in it, Autel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
reverse
fucking
engineered
brilliant.
Chinese.
But they've fucking done the research. They've
Yeah.
put the time in, and they've
Yeah.
created something which works.
It's
And it doesn't need
fucking
updating all the
fantastic.
time.
Have
And
you-
you have to pay for it, and when you do update, it's free.
Yeah, that's it. You buy your 908 at the minute. I think it's about 1,600 quid, and you
Yeah.
get 2 years free updates.
And you don't need any more power than that when it comes to diagnostics, I don't think.
No.
Unless
what-
you're doing scoping and stuff like that.
oh yeah, you need a Pico
Yeah.
because you can't diagnose half the shit
No.
correctly without
But
a
for
scope.
when it comes to just like your routine garage running,
Yeah.
you can do it all on an auto.
Yeah. When you do programming and update shit like that, you need the logic.
Yeah.
But then that's a 10 grand outset.
But for, like people like me, we don't need that.
Next question from others. What is the stupidest thing a car has been brought in for?
It was recent, actually. Zach rings me up and said, yeah, someone's brought a car in. They've got a bird. They hit a bird. I was like, oh, brilliant. You got to deal with guts and all that shit. He goes, no, it's still alive. It managed to work its way through all the grills and was inside, like, in between the cavity, if you like.
Yeah.
Like in the cowling.
Yeah, behind the bumper, but in front of the radiator, but still inside the cowling, in between the fan, like, it had a fan on the front. And it was all just, like, all in it, but somehow it was fine. Sat there chilling. So you had to strip the whole front end down
To get the bird.
to take the bird out in a nice way. Some people might just smash it up with a screwdriver and pull it out in bits, but obviously Zach, liking animals, like we all do, took it out in a nice way. So we stripped the whole front of the car down just to get this little bird out.
That is fucking commendable.
Yeah.
Because you could have just fucking put a pick into it.
Until I found out how much he charged him for doing it, I thought, you twat. He's done all that for fucking 20 quid. And it was a new car as well, so it would have taken him a good hour to strip the front down. Yeah.
If it was my car, I think I'd throw the cunt on.
I would have just give it some bird seed and put a little bowl of water in and say, you stay there for as long as you want. I'm not taking the front end off. But, yeah. That's probably it, to be fair.
Right, from Rob the Knob. What's the funniest thing you've blagged the apprentice into doing?
You know, that's a hard one, actually.
Tartan paint, long wait.
Never done anything like that.
No?
No.
I think that's more of an older thing, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Tartan
like
paint,
taunting your younger apprentice, but
spirit level bubbles.
Water
anything, he
pump
used to do
for
it
a
to me.
69 Beetle.
yeah, it was great.
Cunts.
No, if anything, he used to give me the shit. It wasn't me. I was being too nice, I think.
Well, you've let the side down a little bit there.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I thought I could give you a good story, but I can't, to be honest. I'm not going to bullshit.
Next one comes from Daddy's Big Balls. Fantastic names on the Discord. What's the worst bodge job you've ever seen come into the garage?
Odd job.
You must have seen some shit, surely. I love how we ask mechanics this and they always go, ooh,
The thing is, we've seen so many scenes.
Yeah, because we see so many things and we're like, can't. It's usual. It's just standard routine.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you
you
see it and go, oh yeah, what a prick. But
Facebook Marketplace mechanics, like,
I think the worst is when it comes to fuel hose.
oh,
Someone used garden hose
as a fuel
and
hose.
didn't even use Jubilee clips around it.
What the fuck they use?
Cable ties.
Oh my god.
That's the worst I think I've ever seen.
As
I
a
just thought
fuel
you twat-
hose?
yeah, but the fuel hose was meant to be quite small. And they got the garden hose, but they wrapped it in insulation tape to bring the diameter up and slotted then the garden hose over it and then put cable ties around it.
Fuck it. I mean,
And
don't
that's
get me
not what
wrong.
it came in for either. And to be fair, it wasn't leaking. How it wasn't leaking, I don't know.
Well, was it they say a good bodge isn't a bodge or whatever?
Well, it's true to an extent, isn't it?
Yeah.
He would have set himself on fire and all his kids at
That's-
some point.
Yeah.
Once the insulation tape
it's-
got a bit saggy and soft.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, ticking time bomb.
I've got so much more to say, but Greg's going to get autistic if we go any longer, I think.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. Right. I think we'll call that a day. We'll get on with the shout outs and bin this off, shall we?
So we just call this part one.
Part one. We'll have to get you back on if you're keen.
Mate, I'm keen.
Yeah. Fantastic. Right. We've got a few shout outs to do. Marlon kicks off.
So, Will Austin, you useless gardening cunt. I love your truck. Don't love your fucking Land Rovers.
Yes, I've had a quick look. I had a quick skim through your feed. Tidy. Like it, drive. Like it.
Next one, Carol.
Yes.
Fucking hero. Got a lot of time for you, mate.
Yes, thank
Lovely
you.
meeting you the other night.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. I've not met you yet, but Marlon's told me all about you, and
We'll pop up to the establishment at some point.
absolutely. Next one, massive shout out to Bori, our guy out in the Ukraine, hauling for the fucking cause. Slava Ukraine.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, keep it real, man. I got a shout out to do for Toby and Austin, and that is from our man Chef James. Apparently, you go through a bit of a dry patch at the moment, boys. So the chef wanted us to give you the big shout out. Last of all, I forgot to mention on the last episode, Titch. Thank you very much, Titch. He was the one who wrote all of those lies for us to say on the Would I Lie to You episode. I totally forgot to say thank you for that, man. Some of the lies that he wrote for us were actually true for him, including the baked bean with the toothpick one.
That is something he would do as well, isn't it? I can imagine him doing that.
You could see him there
I'd
doing
probably
it.
go, yum, at the same time.
And also the first and last biscuit in the pack. That's also a Titchism.
Oh,
Yeah.
a Titchism.
A
I like that.
Titchism. Right, yeah. And that's all shout outs. Right. Thank you everyone for listening. Shout out to our sponsor, Beer Hunter UK. Get on there, use our discount code ITDH. Thank you massively to our Patreons. You're keeping the podcast going. We love you so much, scumbags and you pieces of shit.
Get on the fucking website, order some fucking merch, you fuckface peasants.
Do it or else. Right. Javen, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed this
thank you.
episode.
Fucking pleasure.
No, appreciate you coming on, man. Really appreciate it. It's been fucking brilliant. You keen for part two then?
Yeah, let's do part 2.
Ah, sounds good. Right. Anyway, that's me. I've been Reg.
I've been Marlon.
And I've been tonked.
We'll catch you on the next one. Ciao!
Ciao.